awake now? Everybody, what was that? Oh, I know what's going on. I got it now. Oh, hi Tandagasa. Hi, Houdini7. I am Frostbitten Gnome is here. The audience is now deaf. We just did the THX thing. And now the audience is now deaf. Wow, what was that all about? Woo, welcome in. I told you, just like we always say. Warning, flashing lights and jump scares. It's Friday night, time for some 8-Bit Computer Club. Axel is here. Axel did make it. Axel's got a trip this weekend, heading out to do some more amazing 8-bit computer stuff. Super jelly. Oh, hi, the Wraith. Dusky Cub is here. Pig Puppy Kid Trout. Zoe brings the bacon. Who is ready to do this? Look what we got. We got Hobbit back again, but this time, I already tested it. I tested it, dag blast it. We're going to play some daggum Hobbit tonight. And hold for too much longer. 16-bit, Axel says this time. I feel dirty. It's all right, Axel. We like a little bit of both, right? Why not both? Because, you know, come on, the Apple II GS, one of the computers I'm going to talk about tonight, one of my favorite systems. Yeah, you know, hey, it's a 16-bit system, but it mostly relied on its 8-bit library, so it was very backwards compatible. So walking into these 16-bit, especially in computers, wasn't as 8-bit free as people may think. We were for the first time asking that question. Do we make things compatible? We got to make sure that these old games, these libraries of things we've convinced people to build, that'll operate on the next bit, right? So yeah. Omega 9, what's up? What system is this on? That is a great question. Right now, what we're listening to is the Commodore. That's right. Byte versus word, says the Wraith. That's right. That is the length. We'll get into that a little bit too. But right now, what we're looking at right now, we are looking at the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and it is playing us a demo. It's a demo called Code Boys and Indians. That's a programmer's jab. Big Indian, little Indian, bytes versus word. You'll have to learn it all. I'm just kidding. You won't have to learn it all, but we do talk about that from time to time. Axel says if the Atari Jaguar can lie about being 64-bit, then I could live with myself. That's the thing. We didn't even, at one point in time, 8-bit is kind of, that became a thing. And then for a while, it was all about the processor speed. That's what determined things. And so in the beginning, we did it by the you know, mostly the bus size, right? How much can you go across at one time, right? But yeah, you got a little bit of everything. But later on, we're using the Commodore 64 Ultimate, which is a modern version of the old Commodore 64. But up here is an original Commodore 64 64C. So this is the more slick one, right? It's a little later form factor. We looked last week and we confirmed that it is a longboard, and we've got it plugged into a 1571 floppy drive, which has the ability to emulate the 1541 as well as 1571. But since this is this is written for the Commodore 128 and 64, even though let's face it, it ran in the 64-bit mode. But it was like, hey, look, if it runs on the Commodore 64, it most likely runs on the Commodore 128 in Commodore 64 mode. There was a few exceptions, but for the most part. Axe says, where are my 256-bit computers they promised, right? We thought that was always going to double, right? That was the thing we thought for a while. It's like, oh, it's going to go 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. It's going to go like that. And then we discovered, hey, what if we did multiple processors? What about then? Mega 9X says, I don't know if anyone else is playing Restory. I've seen it, yes, but I have to say, heck, the Walkman repairs. We'll talk about Restory just a little bit. That's a pretty cool retro hardware, modern retro hardware game. So you get to repair old hardware. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Ray says 8, 16, 30, 64. We're fairly quick, then nothing. That's right. We did it differently. Bus connectors were a big limit. That's right. That's right. That's what we did. But that's what we did. We can get into that too. Oh, it says turn the disc. We are listening to Code Boys and Indians. Let's start it from the start though. Let's get a good look at this. While that loads up, I'll show you. If you head over to Commodore Scene, you can head over to the Commodore Scene. It's the CSDB. CSDB.dk. Look for the releases. This is released by Booz Design. I think it's like in the top 10 of the Commodore Scene demos. What are demos? Well, if you don't know, you just let me know. We'll talk a bit about that as well. But most of us are probably pretty well versed here with what the demos are. We've been doing this for months now. Wow, I need to look to see how many months we've done this. We don't do episode numbers. We do it by here it comes. Okay, so Code Boys and Indians, making a maximum usage. Making maximum usage of the hardware. Warning, we're doing the 8-Bit Computer Club. Warning, flashing lights and some jump scares. It's like that bad audio leveling I had earlier. Houdini 7 is our official secretary. Hey, these bits ain't free, baby. Subscribe. Speaking of subscribe, we just had a resub from Graph-Tark. Been sub for 8 months. Thank you so much for that. Look at this. So we got the Code Boys over here. Then we got the big Indian, little Indian over here. Man, I appreciate some pixel art, baby. Look at that. Look at those stars too. Going all the way out to the border. Omega 9 says I'm the don't die secretary. This was released originally on February the 3rd, 2025. That's right. You can grab demos now. You can actually, if you wanted to, you can do this at your own house. You can watch. I think if you go to csdb.dk, you can watch a lot of these already on YouTube. But you can also get Vice, V-I-C-E, a Commodore, a VIC emulator. Load these up yourself. I'm digging this. I like that effect. Don't die, says Zoe. Kind of looks like a comic book frame or something. Those look very, very much like Spider-Man colors, right? The old comic book Spider-Man colors. Yeah, we got nice separation of stereo of the Wraith. Yeah. We broadcast in stereo here on the 8-Bit Computer Club. We got 2 SIDs. Well, actually, we have access to 4 SIDs. 2 emulated and 2 otherwise. Matter of fact, we'll take a look at that right now. Axel's going to a 16-bit computer event. I don't think it's called 16-bit, but I think most of the software there is 16-bit, right? Or hardware, excuse me. In the software, I guess. We're running in stereo. Each of these SIDs is handling 1 ear. The Amiga Expo, that's right. The Amiga Expo 2. Little extra life, look at there. Booz brought us this. If you ever come to any hangouts, I'll bring in some CRTs, and we'll be watching this on the CRTs the way it was intended. Hello Kitty Pez, what's up? Welcome in, Hello Kitty. It's Friday night. You know what that means? It means it's a party. It's a party! Right, Captain Kipper, we got one of these chips is a Raspberry Pico, right? That's that one right there on an adapter. And then this other one is an ARM SID. Here, we're gonna put that in there for Hello Kitty. There's a little Hello Kitty Pez for you. What do you think right about there? Omega 9X says, damn, those pies are getting tiny. Yeah, they are. Look at that. Look at that. Is that the Triforce? Is that the Triforce? Yeah, they are, Captain Kipper. The real SIDs are fragile and expensive now. They really are. And it's a darn shame, too. Wanted dead or alive. There's our crew, right? Pernod, B. Rost, ACL, Archmage, Dane, Jackasser, Mahoney. Oh. I like that. Yeah, that's rocking. I love it. Oh, look at this. Look at this effect. How cool is that? I like the idea that the world, she's like in a world in an egg. I want to play this game. Was it Fez? It was Fez, that game that's kind of like this. Oh, dude, look at this. Well, sign me up for this game. Axel says, did you hear about the news about Amiga Commodore relationship? I know they've been talking for a while about doing something together. The modern Commodore and the modern Amiga. I haven't heard any latest news, but maybe we'll get to that. I know that Paraphractic Christians dropped a video this morning. I think they dropped to everybody. I'm part of the Retro Recipes Patreon. And I think... Let me see. Let me flip this disc first, so we can get to the next part. Mount disc. You know, we're talking about the ad they originally did for the Commodore phone, and they did it with AI, and then they said we don't want to do that, so they recreated it. It's pretty cool. All right, we flipped the disc. Mega 9, Cap Kipper says. Yeah, that's right, Omega 9. If you didn't know. Oh, Tonda, isn't the game that I'm thinking of called Fizz? Was there a different game that was like that? Because that's a cool game. Oh, look at that. I want that on my wall. Have I told you I think that TVs are getting cheap enough now that they could just be cheap? They're probably cheaper than drywall, which is what we use in the U.S. primarily. That's right. They're contests to do fancy demos. Yep, the demo scene. And this one was released by the Booze Design. Booze Design. Nebulous was the game, but I think it was called something else in the States, says Axel. Really? But they are working together, Axel says. Man, I can't wait to learn more about... Can't wait to learn more. For Jaldata, I don't know how to say that. Is it Jaldata? Jaldata 2025 was where the competition took place. I think it's for Jaldata. Jaldata? We love Norway. Tower topple. Well, it looks really cool. That's all I know. I love this effect too, this rolling effect. Zoe, if you don't make coffee, how are we going to make it through? Welcome in. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Brian Dunaway, and we are watching Code Boys and Indians, released by Booze Design in 2025. It's a C64 demo. Isn't the Captain Kipper? It's great. We usually hang out with a chat. I keep the chat archived as well as the videos, so you should be able to see everybody talking in the chat, whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch. But we're a community of lovers of all retro maker content and just cool dudes and dudettes. Cap says, damn, I need to type better now. The Wraith, how's your Friday going? By the way, I've hardly even had a chance to talk about Tandagasa being back. Tandagasa, a good friend of mine, is returning from a trip to see friends, and I consider myself to be one of those friends. And Tonda got to come up and see me sometime up in Evans, Georgia. We went to Retro City Arcade up there and played some pinball. We wanted to meet up again, but it just didn't happen before Tonda went back home. But Tonda's back to streaming tomorrow. If you love retro stuff, you gotta go watch my good friend Tandagasa. Let's give a shout out to Tonda. I don't know why you're not following Tandagasa, but you should be. Can't wait to hear some more stories about other pinball places. Look at that Indians. That is so cool. Man, I love this work. I would read this comic. I would read this digital comic. The Indians is a joke or a riff on the how where you read stuff at, which direction it's read in. Big Indian or Little Indian? Yeah, love the Little Indian. Isn't that cool? It's the byte order. That's just right, Captain Kipper. BYTE. Byte order. Which pairs are you going to read? You're going to read it over here or over there? We'll find out. All right, so I think that's about it for this demo. Yeah, I think they just shut us off. So that's perfect. So let's go and look real quick. We love celebrating these amazing demos that are typically built by multiple people, large groups of people. Sometimes they do some things. So we're looking for what resolution this was, or was that is that what you're asking for, Axel? I missed that little bit there. So I think I saw something about that. We are using, I don't know if that's the question or not. We're doing 720p, I believe, outputting on our Commodore 64 Ultimate. I think that's what I took it down to. No, it's PAL. It's PAL, baby. Of course it's PAL. Let me take a look if that's what you asked. So let's take a look here at the event that this was premiered at, right? You mean the last screen? Oh, I missed it. What resolution was the little tiny screen? That's great. Because it was postage size. It's probably the original resolution, right? What was the original resolution? 200p or for the 64? Is that right? It's not progressive, so I guess maybe 240. Was that? Yeah, 240. Yeah, 320 by 240. We usually consider that we don't usually consider the width, even though we don't. We used to more, but the 240 scan lines of resolution. C64 the 4K. Yeah, baby. Mark Stevens, what's up? All right, so this is where they went. This is where they premiered this back in 2025. Looks like they've since we took a little break, it looks like, during the pandemic. How do you say this? Am I supposed to say Shivaladata? Is that even close? It feels like that FJ with the little what is it? Is it umlauts? How do you pronounce it when it's over an A? So we were just looking. Mark Stevens, this is the 8-Bit Computer Club. This is what we do every Friday night. You've been here before, so we were just looking at this awesome meetup. This is where you could go do your little competition right there in Sweden. Bare hand party pixeling. That looks like fun. Here's our demos here. Should be runnable on the compo machines. Ask us beforehand if you have special requirements. All right, look at here. Okay, so these are the compo machines. So you got to run it on one of these machines. You can run it on the Commodore 64, the VIC-20, the Amiga, which is where Axel is headed to, or the Atari 2600. How awesome is that? AV modded 6-button PAL with Harmony Encore cartridge. We need to check out the Atari 2600 scene. What do you think about that? Majorner. Thor's old hammer. Majorn, was that? I'd always get it wrong. Axel says would love to go to that one. Might be a bit cold in January, February. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, check out csdb.dk. We've been listening to Code Boys and Indians from 2025, released in February. And it's a C64 demo, so check it out. All right, it's time to move on to the next thing. Let me get all the stream titles turned off. I think we got to shout out to our good friend Tondas, right? Mew Mew, back to the grind tomorrow, Tonda. What are you doing tomorrow on let me see here. Where is the bat? Where? Oh, it stopped. I'm like, where's it at? Duh. One more time, but real quick, a bigger look at what I was showing you guys while the demo was playing. I need to get a proper hydraulic for this, but this is inside the Commodore 64 Ultimate. These are your two SID chips. We do try to listen in stereo here at the 8-Bit Computer Club, and we have a SID for each ear, as we say. And there's also two on the FPGA as well, but we don't usually make use of that one. But this is a Pico version of is it called a SID kick, I believe, and then and this is the ARM SID, and they're both fairly reasonable because it's getting a little bit harder to find original SIDs. But yeah, if you ever have questions about that and want to know more, we can certainly get into it. How much was that thing? Says the Mega 9X. FPGAs are expensive, right? They are, but for a particular reason, because we're talking about a niche type of, it's like, hey, do we create a whole do we recreate the 6502 architecture like in a real hardware and then get sued, or do we just hardware emulate it on an FPGA? But this is, I think, what I paid $250. Did I pay $250 for this thing? Is that right? Is that the Starlight Edition? I probably paid more. I've forgotten. Let's go to Commodore.net and find out. That is a great question. I'm probably blocking it out because it's probably way more than that. Let me take a look. They just started selling. They just started selling the new ones, right? The 64C. Let me take a look here. I'll take you along for the ride as usual. Let's take a look here. I think I've missed what Tonda has said too. Tonda, what did you say you're playing tomorrow? I'm sure you've said it already, and I just missed it. By the way, Commodore made an announcement today through the various places. Right? That's the wrong one. I got my email that said, "Hey, sorry about all of that AI bullshit. From now on, we've made enough money that we're not doing that no more. We're AI free. So enjoy your real humans in all of our marketing from here on out." They said they did the other because they didn't have the money at the time, but now they're having some success. They're shifted a little bit. I think that was a good move too, and plus it gets a little bit more press again, right? And it's on brand for what they've been saying they're going to do, right? They're trying to have less intrusive crap, and so I was wrong. I said $250. It was $349 for the Starlight Edition. I think you can start at $299, and I want to say that at some point in time they were offering the bread bin beige at $250. I can't remember exactly. I think that's what I'm thinking of. But mine was, I want to say it might have been $350. But so that's the one we've got, the Starlight Edition. Now on the new one, I just ordered the basic beige because I already got a Starlight, right? I mean, I can already do the things. But then I ended up getting a real slimline, so I'm like, maybe that wasn't the best plan. Maybe I should have gotten the Starlight. They should only use AI that runs on Commodore 64. That would be great. And there is AI. I mean, we think about modern AI, the stuff we're involved with. But of course, there was AI before now. But yeah, I guarantee you there's an 8-bit AI out there. Mark Stevens says, has a Commodore got Amiga back yet? We were just talking about that. Axel was saying some things about that topic. I got to do some more reading. Crazy to think it might be the memory that's keeping the price high, Axel. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And I'm sure some of it's offsetting because I was not charged anything outrageous with shipping, even though things have, been in flux with with tariffs and things. So it was shipped, and they ship worldwide. So I think for what they're selling, I feel like it's reasonable, because if you get a Mr. FPGA or something, it's going to be somewhere in there. Even a Mr. Pi, if you get a full stack, it's still going to be on up there. Now, of course, you can't do everything you can do with a Mr. FPGA, but an FPGA is a chip that you can program. It's a pliable CPU that allows you to program the chip to cores to be able to. I might get some of this language wrong, but forgive me. But the idea is you have a chip. And if you're having a limited run of chips and you don't want to go crazy, right? It's the best way, because you can just have that chip and you can program it to emulate other chips, be like other chips at a electrical level. Hello Kitty Pez says FPGAs are everywhere. Analog Pocket, 3D Mister, Mod Retro. That's right. Axel says a C64 without a C64 keyboard is not Commodore 64. That's right. That's kind of how I felt too. And until this came along, my next best thing after my real Commodore 64s, which I have several, was to get the 8-bit do. Right, 8-bit do had the Mr. FPGA, and then the 8-bit do had this keyboard that is kind of themed like a Commodore 64. But I mean, it doesn't have it doesn't have the character sets or nothing on there. So I mean, and it's still like a modern keyboard, and the asterisks not over here, and the quotes aren't over here, and so it was a compromise. Tonda says FPGAs are even in flash carts, right? Yeah, FPGAs are infinitely flexible for small runs, but they are expensive. It's much cheaper to design a chip and just have it do whatever function it needs to do, but then you have to print a bunch of them. You got to do a lot. Yeah, there was a project. Essentially, there was a C64 Max, right? The Ultimate 64, I believe, and so there was like the Commodore 64 that we know with the Ultimate now, that we know with Commodore Net, is kind of a marriage of a couple of projects that already existed. That's how they were able to get it out so fast. Is that a custom keyboard on that 8-bit do? It's just a regular keyboard, if that's the one you're talking about. What's up, CWW Raven BB? Bulletin boards, I hope. Melbourne House version? Oh, the MHV? Oh, you're also talking about the tiny, that little, you're talking about Captain Kibber. You're talking about the C64 Maxi, because I have one of those too. We need to get that down just to see. It's real hard for me to go back and goof around with the older minis and maxis. I do like them when we come across a game we're about to play. Super convenient. If it's already preloaded on the mini, and I'm just like, it's super simple. Yeah, that's right, Mark. I remember that. You said you got yourself a Maxi. That's great. And an Ultimate. That's right. I like the Maxi full-size keyboard. But, I don't know if it's a Raspberry Pi inside. I don't think that's right. I think I've looked it up before. But inside is, it's not an FPGA, right? It's running a little carousel, doing a little emulation. I'm sure it's a Vice or Vice adjacent. That's the VIC emulator we were talking about earlier. All right, so let's get into our next thing. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up the Hobbit, and then we're going to break out from the Hobbit for a little bit, and then we're going to come back to the Hobbit and play it right, because you know what's about to happen? Ad starts in a few seconds. So, hi, everybody. There's a 3-minute ad coming. I didn't know it was coming. You know what? I'm going to snooze it. All right, so I'm going to snooze. I'm going to snooze for 5 minutes. I'm going to snooze for 5 minutes so we don't have to touch the ads. Houdini 7 says sub, so you don't have to watch the stupid ads. You can skip them. But we made a deal with the devil, Jeff Bezos, who owns his Amazon Twitch. And we said, hey, no pre-roll ads and no ads at all for the first 30 minutes. and then 3-minute ads once every hour so that we don't break up the flow of the show, right? And so sub is the anti-ad upgrade. So what we typically do is I'm working and building a trivia system with a couple of bots. I haven't got there yet, but during the 3-minute breaks, what will happen is my stupid face will pop up in the corner, and if you need to run and grab a drink or grab a snack or whatever, you'll still be able to see and communicate in the chat. And we'll have we'll have some trivia stuff, and of course, if you are subbed, you'll get a bigger look at the the trivia and things. So, but we won't break away. We won't break away from our programming, right? So we're just trying to get that down pat, right, Pat? Use your free Prime sub if you have one. That's right. There's a new month. We just got into August. It's Amiga August. We should talk about that also. Do you call it Amiga August? So I'm not sure if it's called like that. It's August Amiga, Amiga August, I think is what it is. So people go in and they play Amiga games. Atari August, says a Cap Kipper. Dadgummit, somebody's gonna have to, get these months in straight so that it give me time. I gotta do better scheduling. Omega 9X says lake run. You got time for a lake run? Absolutely. Houdini 7 says during ad breaks we discuss the ninth bit secrets. Sure, you know about the 8 bits, but if you don't subscribe, you don't get the 9 bits. Smiga 1200 coming in December the 4th, says Mark Stevens. Yeah, the Amiga 1200. I'm outside of the abilities to acquire one of those firsthand so far. That I've been waiting on that and the Neo Geo thing, and it hasn't been available for the United States, the United of the States. Warp says, "Oh hi, I love you too. Thank you, Warp Forge. Come on in, welcome in. It is 8-Bit Computer Club Friday." So, like I said, we do have an ad coming up here shortly. We usually kick off a couple of things. I couldn't find this the other night while we were talking, but this is what one of the prizes that I got from Zoe, who was in the chat room, and we're gonna try this crap out, right? We're finally gonna try this. I don't know what the crap this is, but it's called a sherbet fountain. Do I need something to open this with? Does it just tear open? Am I gonna have to get some scissors or something? Now I'm not sure, but it says what is this? No artificial colors or flavors, even though it looks black inside. It looks like black licorice, which I like. So I don't know if that's what we're in store for there. Sherbet dip, says Axel. Oh, old man Alex says, oh, they're awesome. Yeah. Avian, what's up, my friend? I think it should tear or something, says Zoe. Okay, good. Mega 9X is like to spend like 60 or 70 bucks a month just to remove ads, right? Yeah, I know. I hate ads so much. I'm the same way. I've subscribed with a lot of stuff for ads. We got time. We got until December 2026, but we don't have too much time. We got to get on it, right? I mean that's, but still we're going to get it. And this is Barat. I'm assuming that's a English or United Kingdom type of brand. Don't they make the Jelly Babies too? I got it in the US when Zoe flew over on a plane from over the pond. 50 is on the barcode. Okay, what is that? What is that, Axel? Fitty. What is Fitty? Oh yeah, we got our little calories and stuff. That's cool. All right, look at that. Cap Giver says like candy cigarettes. Hello Kitty Pez says treat it like champagne, point away from your face. Oh, what is this thing? It is called a sherbet fountain. So does this thing start squirting out? No, that's going to be interesting. So yeah, we're about to start that ad in about 45 seconds or so. If you've got to go grab something to drink or have to run to the bathroom, knock yourself out. But you might miss in the corner when I'm trying some of this sherbet fountain. It is called a fountain. And now I'm thinking maybe I need a bag in here or something. Is it going to take off? No taking one of the eye. I don't like black licorice, so I don't know, says Zoe. Excellent. I love it. I freaking love it. All right, let's see. Cowboys and Indians was the one where we're watching. As a matter of fact, I think we may, while we do this, we may listen to Cowboys and Indians again while we do this, while we kind of take care of this sherbet fountain. Gets the mop ready, says Houdini7. All fun and games, says Captain Kipper, until someone loses an eye. All right, so speaking of which, I'll have to lift my glasses up so that I can see. It says twist to open, twist to open. All right, it says twist. Does that, okay, so, but what does it mean here? Does it mean down here? All right, I'm going to, oh, it actually tore. The description is accurate. No directions. If you are not entirely satisfied with this product, please return the pack, along with details of when and where it was purchased to Vallejo Confectionery. All right. All right, so I am okay. I twisted that, and apparently that just tears the protective surface off, I suppose. Am I supposed to? Okay, so that's just a cap. Is that what I'm getting? Oh, it's a cap. Oh, okay, that's not what I oh, so this is like a little dip thing. That's not what I was expecting. So this looks like some kind of okay, not what I thought at all. What kind of Indians are they? Mumbai? Let's see. Is it even coming up yet? Oh, did I not? There we go. I didn't actually even start it. There is a dip in there. There's a dip, and it's not just me. There is a dip. Look at that. So it's inside. Let's see if we can get the camera to agree to look inside. There we go. So it is a bit of black licorice. I was thinking this was a sherbet fountain. I thought it was gonna squeeze or something. Some of you guys are saying normally lemon flavor. The original one of those decades ago, says Zoe. The licorice stuck out the top and the packaging was cardboard, but now it's all enclosed. Okay, so this is just a cute little cover thing. Okay, interesting. All right, well, let's give it a try. It reminds me of what we call Fun Dip, but I guess you pull it out here. You got your little. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wait. So what am I supposed to do? So it's like pulling everything up, like all the powder is coming up. How am I supposed to do this? Am I just supposed to like lick it like this? Okay, you lick it and dip it. Has very little smell, if any. Like black licorice sometimes can be very. Okay, you can lick the. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's a little congealed or something, or maybe I'm not doing it right. I'll just show up and when you're doing trucks. So when I'm pulling it out here, look at this. So when I'm pulling it out, it looks like there's like a glob. Is that normal? Is that normal? Because like the licorice stick. Oh, do I have to like hold it as I pull it out? No, that's no normal. Digital Hype says no, not normal. Okay, should be all powdery. It looks like maybe it's dried up a little bit, so that's fine. So I'm gonna put the black licorice in my mouth. And if that disgusts you, I understand. There is powder, but I think it's kind of congealed up. But I'll be honest, this thing flew over the pond, flew across the country, and so in the South Carolina humidity. So it probably just got a little moisture in it. So I'm gonna shake it up. I'm okay with that though. I like black licorice. Black licorice. All right. So I got it moving a little bit. Right? Oh yeah. That's a lemon. You know, that's interesting. I didn't think that I would like. That's interesting. So this is called a sherbet fountain. This is a modern version of old candy that used to apparently some of our over the pond friends loved. Yeah, lemon and licorice, says okay. Yes, it's like a lemon flavored powder sugar. Like no smell really. It's very light in smell. Maybe you guys. When I was younger, I could really smell things like even those cigarette pack things, those candy cigarettes, I could still smell those. But yeah, lemon and black licorice. You can't really taste the black licorice at all. It's just really a medium for transferring the the lemon powder, right? And it's kind of got like it's got a lemon meringue kind of taste to it, right? It's kind of creamy. It's not just like, it's not like a sharp lemon. It's more like a creamy lemon meringue kind of thing. Oh, Avian says, Brian's making me want to get up early tomorrow and get some Limpa toast. I don't know what that is, but I do know this. I'm going to put this to the side for a minute. And I think this would work a lot better if the humidity hadn't got to it. Yeah, I think that's probably the problem. But you know what? I don't even know that the black licorice is a deal breaker, because, I mean, it's not real strong black licorice, and for the most part, you're not even getting the black licorice for the most part. You don't have to bite into it. I mean, those Fun Dip things, do you remember the Fun Dips? I mean, those disgusting pieces of chalk thing they had that you would use to dip in there, those things were disgusting. Anise bread toasted is what is... Oh, okay, I did not know that. Is what is in black licorice. I did not know. Am I saying anise right? Is that right? Hello, Helicopter says, you need a Fun Dip candy stick. Yeah, I do. Just hearing that gives me anxiety. Fun Dip was great. It's a good laxative. Says Axel. No doubt. All right. Hey, we did it. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for hanging through those ads. We appreciate you. Like I said, it is Friday. It's the 8-Bit Computer Club. Welcome in, everybody. I've had a great couple of weeks hanging out with a few people that I really love. I got a chance to hang out with Tonda Goss this past week at the in Evans, Georgia, at the arcade there. That was great. Played some pinball. Today I got to hang out with Chuck and Amy, if you know who Chuck and Amy is. Red Fraggle and Chuck. What's Chuck's handle on here? I've started converting it so fast I can't remember what Chuck's handle is, because as soon as I see it I think Chuck. I've have some kind of word replacement with it. But we met up and we had a lunch. They brought their dogs, not automaton. That's it. Not automaton. That's it. Digital hype. And we got to meet their dogs. They have a couple little smaller dogs, like Chihuahua style. Violet and Beauregard. Beauregard was a little anxious, but we ate at a outside pizza place. So we had I had pizza. I had the Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is a mojo sauce, which is kind of like is kind of like a barbecue sauce, a red barbecue sauce, with chicken and bacon, and some mangoes. It was really good. Mark Stevens says, turn to dirt disc, man. But yeah, so we had a good time. Oh, but I swapped Chuck. He brought me an Atari 2600. In really good shape in a case, and I'll have to share that very shortly with you guys. Since Brian said bacon. Oh, hi Zoe. But yeah, we got a really cool Atari 2600, and it may be time for us to start doing demos for the Atari 2600. What do you think about that? It's a great idea, Brian. See what they have to offer. All right. But when we're gonna do the 3DO comes out to play. So the 3DO we picked up, we met in Evans, Georgia as well. Lee, who brought me a Panasonic 3DO, the FZ10, the later model, and I loaded up several. I reached out to social medias and asked people what they thought, and there were a lot of responses. So I'm going to make a complete YouTube video this month playing and covering all of those games in short, just to kind of load them up, talk about them a little bit. And so there will be a couple of nights where we will do a 3DO cast. I never owned a 3DO growing up. I was in the PS1 area. I didn't have the money for the 3DO. Seemed a little out of reach for me. Sony was talking to me at $199. Is that right? $299? What was it? $199? What did they say? And everybody loved. But now I got a chance to play with the 3DO. I've got to look at a couple of things before I start really streaming it, because it is of the time when, like Road Rash, I loaded up and instantly Soundgarden comes on Rusty Cage. That's going to be a problem. So I got to figure out if I can, mute some of that stuff out so I can just get some real gameplay. But 3DO, look for it coming soon. Is the 3DO? That would be more in the. It was the first to the market, so I don't think it was still 32-bit architecture, right? Or was it? No, it was an ARM. It was an ARM chip, wasn't it? I'll have to learn more. I didn't know very much about the 3DO. I never had one. Mark Steven says I have a 3DO emulator, and I think they dropped one recently for the Mr. FPGA. Yeah, not today, Avian. Not today. Not today. We're going to talk about that Atari 2600, though, dadgummit. It's an 8-bit computer. Stay tuned. On our next ad, I'm going to show you a couple of games in boxes that Chuck gave me for the Atari 2600. One of them's from Parker Brothers. Imagine that. All right. Yes, Mr. has one. Mr. Hey, Mr. Hey, Mr. Tana says, did you see what I see? There's CD support for all the CD cores. That is amazing because I have an external USB CD drive. And I was already doing that somewhat, but the support wasn't there. I had to I could mount it. I used it for mostly Windows, the DOS stuff. I could mount it, but I couldn't. You can't use it like a CD. Mark's even said, I still have a CDI from Philips. Nice. Aren't you excited, Hello Kitty Pez? Got us some CD cores, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Let's take a look at the 8-Bit Computer Club agenda. Let's see what we said we were going to do. So we said we're going to play the Hobbit a bit. Still planning on doing that. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and load it up now, and we're going to actually get to some gameplay. I'd like to kind of drag my feet a little bit till we get kind of towards the end of the show, because the person who sent us this is before Tank Girl, and so she was kind enough to send it, and she's played this already, and I would love for her to give some feedback. But let's go ahead and make sure everything is solid. The last time we had a retail disc, it was for Beachhead, and I paid like $30 for it at a local retro convention, and that had mold that we had to do, and we learned that the mold does not actually attack the disc, but it attacks the dust on the disc. And we tried some repairs, and I even printed a 3D thing, and I never did have the success I wanted, but that's fine. So we were able to load it up at one point in time, but we were concerned about future usage of it and it transferring that mold into the drive, and we didn't want to cause a problem. But I do think I might have cleaned too aggressively and made that a non-functional disc. But this one is not. This is a real The Hobbit disc, and it appears to be just fine. 5 1/4, good for Commodore 64 and the 128. Side A and flip for side B. We tried to play this on the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and we did not have success. Even though we did the video mode into NTSC, we did not have success. This is an NTSC disc, so let's plug this in now. Let's get switched over to our Commodore 128. Not 128, even though it's the same. It looks like the same form factor. Let's get switched over to the Commodore 64C. All right. What was the double hole for? The double side, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the double holes. So yeah, it's got to be the other side. So the hole is if you spin this around, there's a hole in that. There's a hole in the bucket. So if you keep spinning this around, there's a hole that tells it where the tracks and stuff begin. So that's for the drive. Yeah, but since this is a double-sided disc, we got a hole for each side. Can you read it all in one? Because I wonder if I'm curious about that. This is a flippy disk, right? Because we're going to flip this disk. But didn't they make drives that you didn't have to flip? I'm trying to remember. That may just be a false memory. I might be thinking about my Laserdisc player. Which wouldn't be the first time I thought about my Laserdisc player. Matter of fact, I think about it every day. Oh, Laserdisc player. Oh, Mr. Laserdisc player. Let's see. Is that the right one? I think that one is nope, that's a 4. Are we on 3? What are we on? We on 3? We're on 2. I think we're on 2. It's like a laser disc. Oh, that's definitely not right. So it must be 2. I need to mark these. I've moved some stuff recently. I haven't marked them yet. Okay, so I think this is it. Yeah. All right. So we got that. We got that. Why am I not showing up all of a sudden, though? That's weird, right? I mean, that's there. There I am. Well, there I am. Okay. Mega 9X says, last time I saw a 5 1/4 disc was Flight Simulator for DOS on my aunt's computer. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. I don't have the 1571 at a place where you could see it, but trust me, it's down here. And I'm gonna load this up here. We're gonna do a load. And I picked this up from a guy a few weeks back. And it seems to be in excellent shape. So, and we're watching this. This is actually outputting to S video, and then I'm not sure if it's true S video, but the cable that I got has composite or S video with the normal audio components, right? There is a little bit of the jail bars. I have, it's not bad, but I have a solution that I ordered that hopefully will take care of that. The gel bars are not terribly prominent, but there they are. And look at this. We really get the Hobbit. We get the Hobbit, but there's going to be a problem. There's a problem, Brian. You know what you didn't do? I don't think it matters. I didn't plug in a controller. But there you go. Oh, what's that? Well, I hear some music. I hear some Hobbit's music. Who wants to go adventuring? Smaug! Smaug! And it's all of his 8-bit glory. Look how they colored his foot. I like how they did that. Axel says, strange Hobbit music. It's down in the Hobbit hole. That's how they roll. That's right. This is a text adventure keywords. I shouldn't need a joystick. Captain Kibber says, played it a long time ago. Ah, the Hobbit from Melbourne House. This is Mark Stevenson. Holy Hobbit hole, Batman. What do you think Smaug has been smoking? You think him and Gandalf have been hanging out, smoking a pipe? Sector 7! I didn't know the Hobbit was a heavy metal band logo. Love it. Monkey Bananas, what's up? Yeah, let's see if this has better sound mixing. All right, so it did go. You waited long enough. You waited long enough. I'm going to complete without you. So it's asking us, do we want pictures? Now, when we loaded up the disk contents on our Ultimate, it was like, nah, not having it. But do you want pictures? Yes, I do. I want pictures. Then please insert disk B, then hit return. But this is a flippy disk, so let's flip it. Let's flip it. The disc has been flipped. Of course we want pictures. What is this? Monkey says stream is one of my faves, but I can only be here for a teeny bit tonight. Oh man! Well, we love when you come here. It always makes it better. Gonna go visit your family, leave in about 20 minutes. All right, very good, Monkey. We will miss you, but we do understand. And this is probably running in 1541 mode, so it's loading at the speed which you would expect. I'm not currently using a fast cart loader like IIgs, even though I have one back here just in case. It's text adventure, right? It should be fine. Oh, Monkey, yeah, play some Mario Kart with your family. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right. So, are we going to look? Let's look. Is that the command? Yeah, look at that. You are in a comfortable tunnel-like hall with a perfectly round green door like a porthole. You're a porthole. The walls are paneled, the floor is tiled and carpeted, and there are a number of polished chairs around the walls. To the east, there is the round green door. You can see Gandalf. Gandalf is carrying a curious map. Thorin, the wooden chest. Gandalf gives the curious map to you. Thorin, rising to his feet, says to you, "Well, Mr. Baggins, all is ready for our more." All is ready for our, for our adventure. Oh, okay. Oh, all is ready for our adventure. And I must say, things are looking very hopeful. Is this like a Quest Probe game? Mark Stevens, that's a good comparison. I love the Quest Probe games. We covered that on Play Retro Show at one point in time. Did Spider-Man, Hulk, and Fantastic Four, I believe. The Hulk was my favorite. I always loved that one. And I must say, things are looking very hopeful. Shall it be off then? What if I just type in, yes? What are the command lines here? I don't know the word yes. Say yes. Is this a single word? It seems like this is a single word. Like, I don't know the word yes. Okay, so yeah. Oh, you can say though. Say okay. How about that? Agree. Shall it be off then? How about I just type in what's the words, I wonder? Yeah, normal graphical text adventure, says Captain Kipper. Very common game back then. Can you just type in question? Oh, that's a great question. Let's see if we can question the questions. Oh, it does not allow me to type in certain keys. Interesting. It does not. I don't know the word. What? Oh, I did hit that. Okay, so I hit an add symbol and it gives me that. Help! Gandalf, help! You're doing fine. Oh, why? That's a good question. Let's see why. What? Too little information. All right. Let's go back to look. Maybe we don't have to do anything. Oh, what happened? Okay, so just take it back there. Okay. Does win work? It's time to read the freaking manual. That's not a bad idea. We're playing The Hobbit. We've just started just a little bit. We're actually gonna come back to this. We just want to make sure that it was gonna load up and that it was gonna do stuff. So that's good. Axel says, here's your common verbs: break, climb, close, cross, dig, drop, drink, empty, enter, eat, fill, follow. Fill and follow. I think those are two common. Give, go, kill, lock, pick, put, open, run, say, shoot. Swim. Reading a manual, says Zoe. When in doubt, read the directions. It's the original manual. That's right. Look at that. We got it. Got the map. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. CWW at Raven knows you gotta go northeast. So, yeah, if we just go north, maybe that's going to be our quickest. You can't go north. How about, can I go west? Nope, can't go. Can I go east? Oh, I can go east. All right, we're outside. In the Shire. We're in the Shire. Look at that. Omega 9 says there isn't a 45-minute tutorial. Unplayable. What if I just hit L? L gives us a quick look, it looks like. Gonna stand there all day. You go east. You're in the gloomy, empty land with dreary hills ahead. Rising higher and higher, dark with trees. On some of the hills are old castles that have a very evil look about them. To the west, there is the round green door that you just left. Visible exits are east, north, northeast. You can see Gandalf. Gandalf takes the curious map. Thorin enters. We've got loading, right? Okay, so the program has a wait cycle. Okay, so I guess we have a wait. I'm assuming perhaps there is a time mechanic in here. A mechanic that deals with time. Ask Gandalf to read the map. You know, that was wasn't that one of the action? Ask Gandalf. I don't know the word ask. Okay, maybe not. All right. Steal from Gandalf. What if we do read? Can we do read? Examine what? Map. Map. Let's read the map. Gandalf is carrying the map. All right, I'm going to take map. Give me the dang map, Gandalf. You don't even know what you're doing. Give me that. Gandalf is carrying the map. Oh, you butthole. Well, just type in map. What? What? Oh, this is great. I love it. All right, introduction. Welcome to Middle Earth. This is the world of Bilbo and the hobbits of Thorin and Gandalf. The Hobbit of Thorin and Gandalf of dwarves. Wait, what? That doesn't read right. Welcome to Middle Earth. This is the world of Bilbo the Hobbit of Thorin and Gandalf. Okay, okay, I got you. All right, I see. I was trying to read it wrong. Yeah, the narrator is so sassy. Let's see. Bribe Gandalf. Read map. Read map. We're going to read the map here in a second, but I want you to read. I want you to look at this little bit of instructions here. Welcome to Middle Earth. This is the world of Bilbo the Hobbit, of Thorin and Gandalf, of dwarves and trolls and wizards. This is the magical and mysterious land of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit. You're about to play one of the most sophisticated adventures ever designed for the microcomputer. Addison Wesley and Melbourne House. Hey, look at that. Is that Melbourne House? Look at it. Just like we've been talking about. Are very proud to be able to present the Hobbit software adventure, the old HSA, based on Tolkien's brilliant fantasy novel. Yeah, look at that. What a weird first paragraph, though. Of Thorin and Gandalf, of dwarves and trolls and wizards. Wait, so is Thorin of dwarves and trolls? That sentence is confusing me. So we got the world of Bilbo the Hobbit. That makes sense. Bilbo's a hobbit. Of Thorin and Gandalf. All right, so we're gonna combine those two instead of go Thorin of dwarves. Right, we went Thorin and Gandalf of dwarves and trolls and wizards. So is that to give us a separation? We're hobbits here, but out there in the world is dwarves, trolls, and wizards. I know that's a Tolkien double W, but all I see is a cartoon butt. Or boobs. Fancy boobs. Or a cartoon butt. It's a list of things in the world, right, Captain Kipper? Yeah, but it took me a little bit to figure that out, because when you say Bilbo the Hobbit and then you say of Thorin and Gandalf, I'm like, of dwarves, and so I'm like, oh, boobs. All right. Nice. But yeah, this is, like you had said, from Melbourne's. Yeah. Melbourne House. Now we got a little, look at here, interacting with others. We got the front gate. Look at that. Let's see if there's a map in here. I don't need Gandalf's map if I have one in here. I love these illustrations, by the way. Wizards and boobs. Woods. Boobs. Oh, I got like a little, look at this. Look at this Visio diagram. Look at that Visio diagram. What we got here? I didn't have the box, but we have the rest of it, so yeah. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, are these some short codes? Second level hints. We don't want to read those. Don't look at the hints. We don't need hints. The English. You got the English. The English language. Okay, the English vocabulary. Here's our words, right? Like you guys, like Axel said. Oh, we got examine too. Help. Across, into, through. Oh, before Tank Girl. Perfect. We just loaded up the Hobbit. Look. And that's why I said I didn't want to go too far before Tank Girl got here. But get a look at that. Look at that artwork there. Got a Smaug. Got some Smaug. Smaug now, Smaug. Look at that. Flow diagrams. Wow, someone's a programmer, says Axel. That's right. That's what I said. Yeah. Look at the flows on that. Get your flows on. We saw woobs. It was great. We were talking about, yeah, we just talked about this Tolkien W looking like cartoon boobs or butts. Raven BB says, where'd you get that book? It's like 45 years old. Yeah, this is before Tank Girl. She's in the chat room right now over on Twitch. She got us, she sent us this. I believe it, before Tank Girl, did you finish this? Oh, look at this. In case of emergency, turn this page. I'm also curious. It looks like you guys hole punched this, right? I think that was I don't think this came hole punched. I think you guys hole punched it. Before Tango says, I have no idea. I just remember it being hard. My brother probably took it over. Yeah. There's, like I said, there's your English language. Communicating. Open the door. Wait, I'm confused. Is the English language in here twice? No, they do. Why do they... In case you missed it, here... the rules of English. English is one of the most sophisticated language recognition programs developed for the microcomputer. It allows you to communicate with the program in a language and structure that is familiar to you. The rules of English are simple. The main thing to keep in mind is that each instruction must be in the form of a verb, then noun, when the noun or pronoun can also be implied. Each sentence must have a verb, run, climb, wait, or all valid sentences because they're implying the pronoun I, me. The meaning of the verbs may be altered by the use of adverbs. Oh, we can do some adverbing too. Run quickly. Viciously break the door. We're definitely using viciously break the door. Mark says, I have the 64, the D64 version of the game, image of the game. Yeah. Raven says, searching for the ring in the tunnels is hard. Oh, we got to play the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy too before Tank Girl. That's going to be another one. Anything Doctor Who related to, I love. English grammar applies. So the I English is also influenced by the E English. In the order of different parts, the sentence is usually not critical. With the sword, carefully attack the troll. So we got full-on sentences here. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. So let's see if we can just fake our way through it for a minute. Now we've seen that we've had several waits. So there's a wait cycle that's automatic, right? So we can apply a wait as well. And I'm assuming that gives us, you wait, time passes. Let's see. What if I just say, check, watch. Does, check sun. How about that? Well, let's look at look sun. Let's take a look at the sun to see. Let's say look sun, so we can see what time of the day it is, maybe. I don't know the word sun. Are we still in the Shire? Yes, so let's take a look. Look. All right, so we are just, if we go back, I think we went east, right? So we want to go west. You were in a gloomy empty. So it shows you. And then, okay, so let's go back east, right? Let's go east. You don't have, we're not implying anything. We're just going to go east. This should show us, are we back in the Hobbit hole? We lost already? I'm not familiar with that. If you really want a strange UK text adventure based, Terra Molinos, is that right? Is a blast. All right. I'm not going to remember that actually. You know the deal. Try to remind me in the Discord server if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Anytime I have a recommendation, I love seeing it here so that I'm aware of it and to know to look for it. But please, I'll always follow up in the Discord server under the 8-Bit Computer Club or Ask Brian or wherever, so that I'll see it. Because if you don't, I'll be going, what was that thing that Axel said? And if you're not part of the Discord, please join the Discord. We have oh, did I do that right? Did I just do an @Discord or did I do the right thing? I just did an @Discord. Way to go, Brian. Is it /Discord or is it Bang Discord? I think it's I just put in Discrode. Perfect. Marks, I do. I just posted, I believe. Let me make sure I cross post that to the I will cross post that to YouTube as well, because sometimes Restream does not do a fantastic job of doing that, because I think that's just a command. So there we go. So over there on YouTube, that's our Discord server. It's the Mission Deep Discord server, Club Mission Deep, where we do a lot of maker things. We do 8-bit computer club things. We do retro stuff. We do modern stuff. We talk about movies and books. We got a book club, and we just hang out every day and be cool. That is absolutely right. Before Tank Girl, the funnest place to be. The funnest place to be. All right. All right, let's take a look again, and let's say we did a look. We went east, and all right. So when you hit L or start typing afterwards, in addition to the pictures we see, we get the verb or get the text description afterwards. You're in a small clearing, half hidden amongst the trees. Visible exits are southwest, southeast, north. So I guess you can take southwest out of here. You can see a hideous troll. Oh no! A hideous troll. A troll is carrying the large key. A vicious troll. Thorin enters. A hideous troll says, "Blimey, look at this. Can you cook 'em?" A vicious troll says, You can try, but he wouldn't make above a mouthful." Thorin remarks to you, "Well, thief, you don't seem to be making a very good beginning to this adventure. I hope you have some ideas how to get us out of this mess." Perfect. Welcome in, Tron. What's up? I'm on. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, we have the feed in the Discord server as well. If you go to the Discord server, you can also access the chat channel as well. Capkipper says the HHTTG game is freaking hard. It's freaking hard. You wait, time passes, Thorin sits down and starts singing about gold. The hideous troll eats you. His foul gluttony has killed a hideous troll. You are dead. You have mastered 2% of this adventure. Sometimes it's a very dangerous endeavor, just stepping out your front door, as your feet may. The Hitchhiker's Game to the guy. Yeah. I apologize. Yeah, I should have read it out loud. Yeah, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy game. We definitely need to tackle that eventually, Captain Kipper. The Wraith, I think I accidentally did feed Thorin to the troll. Yeah, there we go. That's better than 1%, says Tondagas. I know. We win. We turn twice. Come on. What do you want from us? So that's pretty good. So that answers your question. There is a timing mechanic on and you know, waiting around. You got to get on. You got to be on it. But I like that. That was pretty cool. The hideous troll eats you. His foul gluttony has killed. I don't understand that word. I don't understand that sentence though. Okay. You wait, time passes, Thorin sits down and starts singing about gold. The hideous troll eats you. His foul gluttony, I'm assuming you're talking about the troll, has killed a hideous troll. Wait, what? Are you talking about Thorin's gluttony? His foul gluttony has killed. You don't feed the trolls. You think that's a typo, Axel? I think you're right. Hobbits are poison. Not all of the Hobbit, just their feet. Just their feet. Not all. You can. It's like blowfish, right? If you cut it in the right place, you're fine. But if you eat the Hobbit feet, can't help you, man. That's on you. Craft Target says, I think he choked on you. By the way, thank you so much for that resub earlier. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So let's try it again. Let's see what happens when we hit the space bar. We look, and we are starting back at the beginning. This time, sans music. You don't get music, apparently, but maybe it'll start back up here in a second. If not, we may refire it back up. I'm not sure. Is that a bug, or is that a feature? No save, no load. That's right. Good luck. Good luck. So we automatically get a look, right? And so if we hit any key, It will. It's the punishment, Graph-Tark. You no longer can hear. Music was pretty loud, says Digital Hype. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, let me know if that kind of stuff is going on. All right, so if it's a little loud, I can bring it down. How about right about there? Is that a nice, pleasant... Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Digital Hype. You're not saving your ears. You're saving me from having to go back and mess with anything. Captain says you can save. Omega 9 says, damn, that rendering goes from cool 1-bit to full color at the end. It really does, doesn't it? Next time, no pictures. Take a little bit away every time. Fortegro confirms. Much better. Thank you, guys. Like I said, always let me know, because sometimes adjustments happen on the audio. And reminder, 8-Bit Computer Club, warning, flashing lights, and some jump scares. Most of the jump scares involve loud noises. You are in a comfortable tunnel-like hall with a perfectly round green door. So we're right back to where we were. You can see Gandalf. Gandalf is carrying a curious map. The wooden chest. Oh, Gandalf gives the curious map to you. It said Gandalf gave me the map. Rise to V says to, well, Mr. Baggins, all is ready for our adventure. And I must say things are looking very hopeful. Shall it be off then? So can we look... Like, can I just say look map or look at map? Is that a... I want to read map? Maybe I need a read map. Look at what? Map. Is that a... I'm the map. I'm the map. Oh, look at this. Okay. You look the curious map. This thing... What is the typos? Seriously, before take... Did you write this? Is this a translation? And trolls. Read map. All right, maybe. Maybe says before Tango. Maybe I rewrote it. I was like, that doesn't sound right. We're getting here and edit some code. You look the curious map. It is a map drawn on a piece of parchment of the area around the Lonely Mountain. There seem to be some symbols on it, but you cannot read them. Gandalf opens the round green. Wait, Gandalf! I'm still reading the map, dude! Capkeeper says it says in the manual, it's not English with an E, it's English with an I. You wait, time passes, Gandalf goes east, so we just gotta go east too. I wonder if we could follow, like... All right, we're gonna go east. So Gandalf took off without us, right? We looked at the map. It's a map of our area, right? All right, we went east. We got a drawing, so we take a visual look, right? Fortengirl says tackle Gandalf, and then we hit the space bar, and it gives us a description. You can play this without the graphics. The graphics are on the flip side of the disc. We went east. You're in a gloomy, empty land with dreary hills ahead, rising higher and higher and higher, dark with trees. On some of the hills are old castles that have a very evil look about them, maybe an evil land look. Monkey, thank you so much. Have fun. Spend some time with your family. Have fun. Go play some Mario Kart with your brother. Go on speaker so I can listen. Take care. Thank you. Keep us on the speaker. We'll talk about you. Thank you for thank you, Monkey Bananas. Like before, Tank Girl says, good night, Monkey Bananas. All right. We saw to the west is our Hobbit hole. You can go east, north, northeast, but we can't go back west, which is where our home is. So you can't go back to home. You can see Gandalf. Gandalf takes the curious map. Okay, so now he's got the map. Thorin enters. You wait. Time passes. Gandalf says, fascinating, but I wonder what I could use it for. Thorin waits. What? Gandalf takes the curious map. You wait. Time passes. Gandalf closes the round green door. All right. Oh, Zoe, thank you so much. Need sleep, fortunately. Got busy day. It's our 39th wedding anniversary. All right. Well, congratulations. Good job. Good job. 39th. Wow. That is awesome. And thank you again for our black licorice and lemon powder sherbet fountain. Ow, nom, nom. Congratulations and have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. Thank you. All right, let's go. We can go several directions. I think we're going to go east, right? We're going to go east. I just hit E, and that's short code for east. And we're back where the troll was This time we might want to try to act a little faster. It rendered there. Hit your space. You wait, time passes. You go east. You're in a small clearing half hidden amongst the trees. Visible exits are southwest, southeast, north. You can see a hideous troll. A troll is carrying the large key. A vicious troll. Gandalf enters. Thorin enters. A hideous troll says, "Blimey, look at this. Can you kirker?" A vicious troll says, "You can try, but he couldn't make more than above a mouthful." Thorin remarks to you, "Well, thief, you don't seem to be making a very good beginning to this. I hope you have some ideas. Let's go southeast just to see what happens. Let's see if we can escape these trolls just by leaving the area." Ray says, "Run away." Oh, actually says go north. Oh, I apologize. I didn't see that. I went southeast instead. Here is, well, let's see what this is. You go southeast. You are on a good path at the brink of a fast-flowing river. Behind a narrow bridge of stone without a parapet crosses the river. Okay. Crosses the river. Ahead you can see the last homely house. Visible exits are east, west. You can see Elrond. Thorin enters. Elrond says, "Hello, we found Elrond. We found the elves." You want to see that render function, says Omega 9X. So hello, say hello. Can we say hello? Is that a thing? What? Talk. Can we say talk? Talk to who? We're going to talk to Elrond. All right, we're going to talk to Elrond. All right. Elrond gives some lunch to you. Hey, mister, can I have a bit of a bite? All right. All right, so that's perfect. Let's talk Gandalf. So if you do them together, second lunches, that's right, Gipper. If we talk, oh, we didn't ask us this time. What? Say hello. What if I just say you, say me. Day dawns, Thorin waits. Okay, I continue to talk to Elrond, and we just talk into the night. Yes, 11Z's, Tonda. You want a bottle of water? That's a good idea. Yeah. Give me some water, you jerk. Or should I give him some water? All right, let's look again. Gets a description of what we're looking at. All right. You see Thorin, Elrond. Thorin waits. Elrond says hello. Cross the river. So can we say cross the river? What does that do? Or do we have to just give a direction? Oh, look around, says Warforged. Is that not what I just did? Interesting idea, but I'm afraid you can't do that. So let's just look around. Is that just give us our bearings like we have been doing? I don't know the word around. We did do a look, though. We've done a couple of looks. How about we inspect? Is that a word? Inspect. What was the words? What was the English? Let me take a look real quick back through these words. Houdini says, say hello. I tried say words, but then it said what? And I say, say, and then I do that, and then it goes, blunk, you talk to Elrond. I guess it's the last person I talked to, and it gives me that. So let's see. Action, break, fill, say, climb, follow, follow. How about we do a follow Elrond? What happens then is, will he be uncomfortable with my following? I cannot follow Elrond from here. Okay. All right. We do a cross. That is a word we can give, swim. Can we give? Let's give. Let's see what we have in her. Give what? Do we have water? Give water. Give what? I see nothing to give, so you must have nothing. Do we have like an inventory? Throw, kill, drink, lock, tie, drop, turn, eat, put. What if we eat? What if we eat? Will it know what to eat? You eat some lunch. Okay, so that's all we really needed to know. We just need to eat lunch. Enter, run, wear. Can I wear the sandwich? Oh, examine. Let's see what examine does compared to look. Tonda trying to get me in trouble with some kill Elrond. Where Elrond sits before Tank Girl. Also trying to get me in. Oh, look at this. There is an inventory. I for inventory. Thorin says, hurry up. Elrond says, hello. I'm carrying a curious map. So did he give me back the map? Well, walk to Mordor. Captain Kipper. That's so good. I'm actually going to put that. Walk to Mordor. That is so beautiful that I don't know the word walk. Dadgummit. Print. Oh, we can print something. So we did look at inventory, right? We says we have a curious map. No print. Save. Oh, we can do a save. So let's do a save. Press insert save disk, then press return. All right. I wonder if we can save on this one. There is no, because there's cut slots in it. So we should be able to save here. Position for save. I'm a little nervous about this. Is that the device number or is that our save number? So I'm going to put 8. We're going to write to this disk. That feels scary. I have a blank disk, but it's writable. Let's find out if it lets me write to it. Don't save, says the Wraith. What's the point? If I can't make massively bad decisions that have ramifications, then what's the point? Okay, please insert disk B. All right. If I can't, I mean, last week we disassembled and write protect the disk, right? And I made massive mistakes last week. Why would we want to do anything else? I mean, we're here to discover, right? Even if it means discovering I'm an idiot. Exploration. The whole life is an adventure. Did Elrond take the map? Oh, you know what? That is a good question, Axel. Elrond gives some lunch to you. Like, Elrond's like every day is like, dude, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. Show. Can we do show? Show enough. Let's see. Or give. I don't see a show, but I do see give. Give map. So that is a real good idea. So give map. Let's say who? I see nothing to give. Give. What if I just type in give? Give what? Map. I don't know why it has trouble with this. I see nothing to give, but I have the map. It says I'm carrying it. I didn't take them. Well, okay, so when the game first starts, it says I have the map. And then it says Gandalf takes the map. And then when you walk outside, it does that. But then when I says, what am I carrying? It says a curious map. Does that mean my party is carrying that? Does it show my entire inventory? Your map? Your map? Look. Can we say look map, read map? Okay. Oh, look, this gives us that. That's not what I wanted. Look overrides everything. Shut up, Thorin. What if I just type in map? I'm the map. I'm the map. Read map. Read map. You examine the curious map. It is a map drawn on a piece of parchment of the area around the Lonely Mountain. There seem to be some symbols on it, but you cannot read them. Thorin waits. Can I show? Is show a word? Is show a word? Across, into, through, from, on, up, in, examine, look, print. We can print it. You want to print it? Can we print? Like the adventure? We should do that. Eat map. That's a good plan. Eat, give. See, I would think give would be the thing, right? Dig. Oh, let's see what happens when we dig. We're just going to dig right. I'm going to show Elrond my superior digger skills. I see nothing to dig. Dadgummit. Say to Elrond, give me map. Give me map. Yeah, inventory. So if you type in I or inventory, I obviously was a shortcut. I looked at read map, but as you could tell, it just says no. I'm carrying lunch now and a curious map. Smear map on Thorin. Have you eat your lunch? I did the first time, and if you just type in eat, it will just eat whatever is in your inventory. That I guess makes the most sense. But we could say eat lunch. I'm a hobbit. That's what I do. I eat some lunch. And now I can do an I for inventory, and you'll notice that as we see, oh, and it's still Elrond says hello. So let's see here. Eat, put, pick. lock, tie, throw. Shoot, Elrond. Empty, enter, run, where? Say to Elrond, hello, says Houdini7. So we're doing a little backseat driving, and that's okay because these games are butt hard, right? So say we're gonna type full sentences and see what it does. It doesn't seem like the English with an I seems to be doing everything we expect it to. So say hi to Elrond. Say to Elrond, hello. Do I need to put quotes? I mean, what? I don't even know if it will let me do that. I don't even know if it'll let me. I think we're thinking in modern terms, and I don't think using quotes is going to mean anything to the English. But let's find out. What? That actually worked? All right. Elrond examines the curious map. Elrond says, go west. Look at that, Houdini. Look at that. You would spend hours in these games, says Axel. That's right. Hours. Say hello to your mother for me. I can't believe that actually worked. That is not what it says. That is not how this is described in the manual. That is not how it's described. Say to Elrond, read map. Interesting. Elrond gets some lunch to you. Dadgummit, stop trying to fatten me up. You're going to eat me, aren't you? ChatGPT has something to worry about. Right, Axel? All right. Elrond examines a curious map. Elrond says, go west from the treeless opening to get to outside a goblin's gates. So let's remember that. Go west from the treeless opening. What is the treeless opening? 410 says, type roll downhill after eating 3 lunches. All right, so let's look again to see where we're at. All right. And we're going to explore. Brink of the fast-flowing river. A narrow bridge of stone without a parapet crosses the river. Ahead, you can see the last homely house. Visible exits are east, west. Now, we got here by going, we came in on the east side, so let's keep going east because otherwise we're going to go back. It's an opening with no trees, obviously, says the Wraith. A derp. This looks less like an opening, but man, does this look like a scene right out of the Hobbit movie, the animated film from the 70s. Does it not look just like right out of that? I think we need a night where we watch that. I have that on VHS. Is there a pause? I need a pause. You go east, you're on a hard, dangerous path in the misty mountains. The path is marked with white stones, many of which are small, and others are half covered with moss or heather. You can go east, north, west, south. You can see nothing. Thorin enters. Captain, I do not have Return of the King. I need that one. Yeah, it looks like an old lithograph you would find in the books is actually, yeah. They also did The Hobbit. Yeah. Yeah. They did the Hobbits, the Hobbingtons. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Don't move. Hold your horses. The Hobbits is... I gotta be careful because Warner Brothers is a big jerk. Like I've shown the Gremlins before on screen and they gave me a copyright notice. They're like, hey, we recognize that, so I have to do this. Trust me, it's here. Look, it's the Hobbit. Oh yeah, Mark Stevens. Do I have it on Blu-ray? I'm trying to remember. Bob Grimner says, what has this got in his pockets? For the cover of a tape? Heck yeah, baby. We should watch this thing. We need to watch it. We need like a watch night. Smaug. Well, are we going to just stand here all day? Let's continue going east. We're kind of in an east mood. Maybe this is the clearing. I see some Craggles. What is that? Down in Craggle Rock? Is it just one giant tree? You go east. Uh-oh, the music just changed up. You are in the narrow place. You are in the narrow place. No, you're in the narrow place. With a dreadful drop into a dim valley at your feet. Above, an overhanging rock provides little shelter. Visible exits are east, west, north. You can see nothing. Thorin enters. Before Thorin complains, let's go north. You go north. It is too dark to see anything. Ho, ho, ho. What? We can't see nothing? Then I guess we better go back south. You go north? It is too dark to see anything, so we better get the crap out of there, right? Turn on the iPhone flashlight, says Houdini7. Oh no, it went south, but you go somewhere, but in the dark you stumble and fall heavily to the ground. It is too dark to see anything. You hear a noise. Something's breathing. What is it? What is it? Someone farted, says MayorMcCheese. Something's breathing. Oh no. What do you suppose it is? You wait, time passes. Turning to you, Thorin asks, would it be perchance too much trouble to inquire as to your plans for getting us out of here, or are you just going to sit and rot in this dismal dungeon? Hide. What? South again. You go somewhere, but in the dark you trip and fall and bang your head. It is too dark to see anything. You hear a noise. More south, please. It is too dark to see anything. You hear a noise. Light. Say Gandalf. Gandalf! Help! The window should be no obstacle to a thief with friends. I don't see Gandalf here. Uh-oh. What? Help. 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 Oh no. Just die. I don't know the word die. Open window. That's a good idea. Open window. Hold on a second. I realize I'm having to lean over and type a lot, so probably not much fun watching the side of my head, so you can watch me type instead. Open window. Oh no, wait. I went west. Dadgummit, why do I keep mistyping? Oh, I know why, because the thing is freaking way away from me. I see nothing here, it's too dark. Light torch. Oh. You light, time passes, you hear a noise. How weird, okay. What does that mean? Hide. It's every time I say look, this gives me I see nothing. It's too dark to see anything here. Yell. I don't know the word yell. Say help. A window should be no obstacle to a thief with friends. What is talking about? A window. Enter window. Open window. How about that? Open window. Did we already try that? Through window. What? Yeah. Rub head. Go back. No. I don't see it back. Cry. I don't know the word cry. I hear little spider noises and stuff. Run in terror. Yell for Gandalf. I don't know the word yell. Call for Gandalf. Don't know the word call. Say Gandalf. I don't see Gandalf here. Feel that's a good one. Feel ground. That's a good one. I don't know where the word feel. Rub dirt. Luminous. Call Harry Potter. Thomas says, boys don't cry. Agree to disagree. Going in a direction. That's what I was doing. I was like going west in different places. But it just keeps saying, oh, wait. I kept going. Within dark, where you trip and fall. Oh, okay. So I keep falling. Okay. So I keep falling. That's what happens when you when you keep kind of going in directions and stuff. All right. So that's what happens there. If you get into a cave, I don't know the solution, but yeah, you have mastered 11.5% of this adventure. So yeah, I feel good. I feel like we did all right. Omega 9X says, touch grass. Donna says, give asthma inhaler. Hilarious. All right, so let's see here. Oh, I wonder if we can okay, let's take a look at the back of this real quick. So I don't want to show the front because that's probably too much for Warner Brothers, right? All family, all animated, all fun from J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved adventure. The place is Middle Earth. The time is long ago when humans shared their day with elves. But that was my introduction to the Hobbits. Is this movie, the book. I might have watched the Lord of the Rings first, the little animated one, but the one that really spoke to me was the Hobbit. I've talked about this before. I like the Lord of the Rings. I love the Hobbit book. The movies are just the opposite. The Lord of the Rings movies are supreme, and the Hobbits were the Hobbit was not my favorite, and probably because I like the source material so much. Capkeeper says mine was BBC Radio play I heard on the CBC. Very good. I think I saw that one first, but I had no idea what was going on. But it was fun since Axel. It really was. Yeah, the movie and the specialist says Captain Kipper. Yep. Trying to get a little sticker off here. Why are you putting stickers on my Hobbits? Gross. Why am I picking it off? What's wrong with me? All right. We've been playing The Hobbit for the Commodore 64. We're going to get back to this again before we call it a night. But what we want to do next is we want to check out, we're going to check out some controllers for 8-bit computers. That was one of the other things we want to look at, as well as the Apple IIgs on the Mr. FPGA. I finally got that pulled up. We didn't save. I need to really make a save disk. I am curious about that. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off unceremoniously. I'm going to bring it back up, and I am going to load up to see what files were put on here. Okay, obviously the shift lock is on there, and so let's type in load this up here. We're going to load the directory structure into a basic program that we can then list out the items. Disk B. Oh, so it only shows that. So that is my save. So are the other files hidden or something? It's very interesting because yeah, so I guess that's position 8. That was the one we saved, right? The Value Village stickers are terrible to remove, says Captain Kipper. I bet so. Sticker picking with Brian Brackflack. What is going on? Oh, it's so cozy, Bob Grimmy. Yeah, agreed. So yeah, it looks like it just saved that, but I don't know how that works exactly. Are there some? I guess you have hidden files on the disk, right? Because it looks blank otherwise. All right, so let's go over to the Apple IIgs real quick. We're going to take a peek at that because. As you know, as the treasurer of 8-Bit Computer Club will tell you, that we're about to experience the second and probably final 3-minute ad for our stream. So if you're not subscribed, that's okay. However, it is a new month. Who this? You might have that Prime sub just waiting, sitting there. And we are shooting for 90 subs this upcoming month, and we're at 76 subscribers so far. So if saying, but so if you have to run pee during the ad or grab something to drink, avoid the ads, says Houdini7. Ads are for 7-bit people, and we're all 8-bit people here. But we're gonna do a couple of things. Bragg Flag, thank you for the resub. 6 months, thank you so much. Resub with that Prime. Bragg Flag won't have to watch any of those ads or deal with none of that crap. But we won't leave without you. I'm gonna show on screen, and if you do watch ads, just watch an upper hand corner, because I'll be very large up in the corner, looking very orange apparently because of the reflection of the orange screen. But we'll be over here, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of games in box that we got from Chuck and Amy today when we visited with them. There are a couple of Atari 2600 games, and so it's gonna look at those real quick. But you'll be able to see that, and we are working on doing some chat trivia and on-screen trivia for some of these ad breaks coming up. I'm looking at a couple of bots, one that runs locally. I think it's called StreamerBot, and some of you guys have reached out and offered a little bit of help, so we're going to see. Omega 9X says, yeah, I think I almost pay as much for Switch subs on Twitch as I do for YouTube Premium at this point. I subscribe to YouTube Premium. I subscribe to several streamers as well, sub as well. Frog Pants, That Girl Joey, Tandagasa, and several others. But yeah, absolutely. Omega 9, I just replied to a chat bot. Shame on you. Take that, Restream bot. But yeah, so welcome in. And there's Stockpitch. What's up? Drink and drain time. That's right. Take that, Restream bot. I don't. Why does it make me so? My camera is very sensitive to the light, the color changes. I need to turn that off of auto, because I think that's what's going on. It's very sensitive to color changes, because I think I got the auto white balance set. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that might not be the right one. I might be on the wrong one. Yeah, that's the other one. I have two camera controls. Here, let me get the other one pulled on. Drink and drain time. What are you guys drinking? I've been drinking a Dr. Pepper Zero, but I wanted some more good drinks. If you have some suggestions out there for things I should try, let me know. We just recently tried Liquid Death, and I need to try some different ones, but I forget which one I tried. So, okay, there we go. So you get all these white balance things. I hate that one. That one's for incandescent. I've actually lined it up before with my lighting and the color temperature on my lighting. I think it used to be here, but this monitor maybe I got it turned up too bright. Bradfly says, try coffee. Dr. Zevia says, isn't bad. Says, Freak Elite, what is up? Oh, yeah, I've had the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. Vimto. I'm not familiar with that one. I want some of that, Axel. I don't know what that is. I love me some coffee. I usually start the show off with coffee, and then I do this. And by the way, the ad break, in the time that I did all that, the ad break kicked off and ended in the time that I talked about all that. That is hilarious. Hilarious. But so we were supposed to talk on that ad break about these. So we've got several in the box Parker Brothers they're both Parker Brothers games for the Atari 2600. If you've never seen the boxes, or if it's been a real long time, lots of times, so this is for the Atari and Sears video game systems, and this is Amidar. Look at this. We got some screen captures on the back, right? It says you can use the joystick to do that, right? A couple of them, gorillas in paint. So you got paint rollers. So these gorillas go around here and they paint, and you got to fill in the areas, right? You compete, right? Fizzy grape skin. Oh, I love me some fizzy grape. I love me some grape soda, but it makes me more. The only thing I don't like about grape soda is it doesn't actually quench my thirst, but it's so yummy. Amidars. So here we go. Got a complete in the box. And of course, Parker Brothers has, I love the Parker Brothers carts. It's always really cool. Don't you love that? So if you never got a chance to actually take a look at one of the boxes back in the day, maybe just ripped them open and you pulled the card out and got on about it. Try Black Widow Cider says, I'm not Snogpitch. I'm not familiar with that one. I actually will have to try that. And then this is the reactor. I have several of these already open. This is the reactor box here. This is arcade game series. So this is a port for your 2600. Oh, it must be upside down. All right, let's flip that over. There we go. Yeah, look at there. Yeah, see, look at the honesty that Parker Brothers used in their art, right? Look at that. Screens on the backside. No joke. No joke. Oh, Omega 9X is your birthday? Happy birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. Okay. So I am doing the birthday weekend so far. Good. Yeah, dude, that's great. And then a movie later tonight. What are you going to watch? Omega 9X. What are you going to watch? I'm excited. I love birthdays. I don't know why. Some people are very funny about birthdays. They're like, I don't like my birthday. It's like, it just reminds me of getting old. I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. Don't think about your age. Think about the fact that it's the only day of the year that you get to celebrate yourself, right? It's every other holiday is a shared holiday, right? Whether it's, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, Easter, all that stuff, you got to share it with other people, right? Your birthday is your birthday. I mean, sure, you could share your birthday with another person, but you'll usually celebrate it together unless it's, and there are some families that do that. But for the most part, that's usually not how it goes. Most of us can celebrate our birthday alone, right? It's like, it's my birthday, dadgummit. Take that. Me and Tom Cruise, it's our birthday. Mega 9X says, I'm going to be a level 43. He said, dodo, you big dodo. Yeah, I love the packaging, Axel. I love it. All right, so here we are. We're looking at the Mr. FPGA. This is the Apple IIgs. Tandagasa gave me some links for some shareware and free operating system stuff. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a warm reboot on this one. All right. Or do we need to do a cold restart? All right. So I'm not sure about the speed. I don't know if Tonda around. Me and Tom Petty celebrate together. Very good. I think me and Bruce Willis have a Sherry birthday. Girl says, yeah, I'm happy going somewhere good to eat and cake or dessert and some sort. Yeah. Usually me, it's just like my birthday is just me being chill, right? So the standard CPU speed for Apple IIgs was a 2.8 megahertz, was the standard. They have accelerators in here in this core for the Apple IIgs on the Mister, and I'm not sure exactly. So I chose none. So the OSD speed only. So by default, I think it goes to Zip GS. The Bacon Jet. Yeah, we're doing good. Welcome in. It's a wonderful Friday. Welcome in. The Bacon Jet. Freak Elite says Earth and I share a birthday. That is I love that. All right. So I'm not sure if I need to do anything here. Oh, dude, Axel, I went to the Stasis Trout Cheesecake Factory. I was not disappointed. I have a friend who makes cheesecakes, and they are fantastic. Capkeeper says the 2GS is slow. Steve Jobs made it slower than the Lisa. Right, and because the Apple 2GS was intentionally was the end of the line for the 2 series, right? And so it was very 8-bit centric to kind of take consideration people's libraries, but they also wanted to give a few new upgrades, right? So that's good. It makes a great app. Yeah, 2E. Exactly. Thomas says, I've only left it mostly default. Some games will crank up the graphics cards option. So I'm going to go with the Zip GS because I think that's what the default is. And we're going to do a warm reset just to see if it'll let us do that. Here we go. So welcome to the 2GS system 601. Captain Caper says change to ROM 3. I was reading earlier that ROM 1 was more about compatibility, whereas ROM 3 was about some enhanced features. So should I be doing ROM 3? I'm thirsty, and I really need some water. But all I have is this, so I'm going to do it. I am using my... this is plugged into our Mister, and I am using our tank mouse because it's the closest I had for what I was want to do. Captain Kipper says, if I remember correctly, 3 ROM has a lot of fixes. Okay, so I mean, I think the default was the 1, but absolutely we can flip over to 3, and we're gonna get a reboot on that, which is fine. It's what you'd want, right? And I think there's actually a later version after 6.01 with some custom changes that are not authentic, right? Captain Kipper says, don't worry about Apple II compatibility. 1986, actually, yeah, when did this OS come out? 1986, correct. I think this one is actually from 87, though. The 6.0, whatever. Is that not what this one is? All right, so I've already loaded up a couple of discs. We have the disc that comes with this particular one. Where did I get this from? Tonda sent me a link to this, and I would like to at least tell you guys where this is at. Do-do-do, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. So glad Tonda is back home. I miss him. What is the 2gs.apple2.org.za? Well, that is a URL. So I'm assuming apple2.org.za is where you want to go, but then look for the Apple II GS section. And they had ROM 1 recommended more compatible, or ROM 3 only slightly faster, less compatible. But you can download the System 6.0.1 hard drive image, complete with many shareware or freeware games, and every system tool and font used by almost every 2GS desktop-based program. It's only 13.3 megs. And then I also grabbed the 8-bit games pack. But I also want to grab the 8-bit Eduware because I really like playing educational games. So there you go. And there's also 8-bit Mech Collection, MECC, for some more Eduware programs and so forth. Was this used in schools? The 2GS, the Apple IIe, was a very popular computer in the schools. I'm sure some schools upgraded and continued down that path with the 2GS, but we never had the 2GSs in our computer labs. But I'm sure people were already headed down that path, and I'm sure it was very popular. My access was a friend of mine who had an Apple IIgs at home. This is the 8-bit games. As you could tell, marked out here. I was hoping Sid Meier's Pirates was in here because that was always a favorite of mine. But I did not see it. We got some Pac-Man, Pac-Gal, right? Pandora's Box, Pill, Pipe Dream. We got Pitfall 2. That's a classic, right? Let's see what Pitfall 2 looks like. And do I have a controller hooked up? I believe I do. Tonda, have you played any of these games on stream? Did you do a request night or anything like that? Yeah, Total Replay. Very cool. What is this, Captain Kipper? 30 to 40K mind blown. Right. All right. So let's start this Pitfall 2 by double clicking. What is the Apple IIgs? Great question. All right. Got DOS 3. Oh, Pitfall 2, Lost Caverns, cracked by the Syndicate. Thanks for the whip. Yeah. Oh, we got to call FaZe. Where is FaZe at? Is FaZe here today? FaZe 1 of 1 was around yesterday. And he was hanging with a group of guys, and they were doing doing everything really cool. It was really nice watch. I'll have to give a shout out to FaZe here in a minute. You haven't had a chance yet, Tonda? Very good. Captain Kipper says hundreds of games at your fingertips as long as your fingertips are on an Apple II. All right, so let's see. Do we need to hit a space bar here to move on to the next? We do. There we go. We've got us a little pitfall now, and my controller doesn't seem to be doing anything. David Crane is a hero of mine. I think Axel, wasn't David Crane at one of the recent events? I'm not sure why this is not moving, but that's okay. And maybe, oh wait, now he's moving. Is this a demo, or did I just hit something? I might have hit a start run or something, and now I'm just gonna run from left to right, it looks like. Let's see, maybe I need to set up my Apple IIgs buttons. Let's press right, left, down, up, fire 1, fire 2, 3. Okay, and we want, nope. So maybe this will give me the joy I want. Let's see. Oh, the frog, man, the frog kills me. You know what? I think I actually haven't started yet. Oh nope, he's going back. I'm not getting any music either. Did this not have any music? Captain says there are very few 2GS native games. Yeah, most are Apple II games, right? Don't forget to save the settings. You know, Tonda, I've had some weird issues with the save on this. I'm not sure I'm actually doing anything here. It just feels like it's just running through the things. It doesn't feel like it's actually doing anything. Let's do a warm reset. Oh, look at that. It took us here. A little assembly, a little dump there, a little dump of the memory. What happens if I do it again? What if I do it? Do I need to do a cold reset? So I've had some issues with saving the settings on this one. It doesn't seem to keep it. Most of the cores I have will keep the mounted systems even. This one does not seem to do that. And also the accelerator, which I've turned to different things, it doesn't seem to save that either. And let's take a look at this one. I want you guys' opinion on what maybe I need to change. This is a very new core, right? So I'm going to ask the community for a little help here. And I'm sure somebody probably knows I hate this mouse I'm using currently, by the way, for the PC. It's very annoying. Vintage. Oh yeah, Vintage Computer Festival West, the VCF West. Ooh, is it the Silicon Valley event, Axel? Very good. All right, let's do this. So I'm gonna do a cold reset this time. Okay, there we go. I want you guys, so the default, it brings up Karateka, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I think the first time I played it was on an Apple II. Was it Apple IIe or was it just an Apple II? Might have been an Apple II. Another friend of mine had one of those. Got the boot, you got the no fluff, and then you got the other thing. You got the kickstart, the no fluff, and then the workbench, right? Is that what that is? Kind of a workbench kind of thing. Oh man, it's going really. Seems to be going slower this time. Did I change a setting? I'm not sure. Another thing I like on the Mister, thanks to Tonda, yeah, the no fluff. I don't know what the no fluff is, Axel. It's a really good question. So this has it has pretty good mouse support, right? So there you go. So that way I have a mouse as well, but if I'm not feeling the mouse, I can just be lazy. Works pretty good. It works pretty good. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm gonna get back. Let's go back to the default. So obviously it opens up everything that was open before, right? Saves your settings. Let's close all these out. This is your ProDOS is what's running this, right? Got a little Pro disk operating system. We're going to close all of these out because it's got too many windows open. Jeez, people. Who opened all these windows? What about my resources? All right. Here's our ProDOS here. Got the shareware games. Let's take a look to see what's in there. Let's see what shareware games we have for this. Okay. Amazing, Ant Wars, Battleship, Beast, Beyond Columns, Bill Hampshire's Beyond Columns. I already said that. Brutal Deluxe, Color Mine, Castle Arms. We got some cribbage. Yeah, you're a cross purpose. Is that like a crossword puzzle? Oh, Daleks. Wait, what? Like Daleks from Doctor Who? David O. Totwe. Oh, did you play a little Wolfenstein 3D on this? Out of all the things to play, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna try that. So is Daleks is that Doctor Who? I mean, like, is that Doctor Who that I think of, or is that a look at that? It is. That is definitely Exterminate. Oh, that reminds me. Jeez. Capkeeper says I played Daleks on the Mac. It is Doctor Who. So I've been meaning to do this. I've shared a couple of times the things that Before 10 Girls sent me. She sent us the canine, right? But one thing I haven't shared, and so what started our conversation to begin with, was the Fourth Doctor's sonic screwdriver, right? There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Boop. Can I? Yeah, it makes a noise. Hold on a second. Let me see if you can hear it. Let me turn the filter off. I love this like a toothbrush. I should keep it in my pocket like Tom Baker did. Capkeeper says I have a giant plastic one from the 80s. I want a Doctor Who sonic toothbrush. Amaka says I took all night, but I finally got a demo running on the Vice C64 emulator. Oh, that's all right. Excellent. All right. So let's run this Daleks real quick. It is a lot easier to launch applications though using the mouse with the double clicks instead of the pad on the PS5 controller. It's cool and all. Axel says never leave the house without your sonic screwdriver and a towel. Yeah, you gotta do both, right? Yeah, Before Tango, why not? I mean, Tom Baker was notorious. I wouldn't say notorious. Infamous for the only thing he thought you really needed was a toothbrush. If you've watched the interviews with him, you know, whatever clothes he's got on and a toothbrush. As long as you got a toothbrush, you're good. But that pad is pretty pimp though, says Omega. Yeah, I have not been impressed like that in a long time. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Daleks programmed by Roy Lacates. Send $5 shareware fee to this. But wait, that's fine and all, but I want to see some Daleks first. I want to see why I want to send you $5. Oh, okay. So is this kind of like a Minesweeper thing? Interesting. Do we just click that? Okay. All right. Oh, I guess it's not. I guess it's kind of like, oh, the Daleks are on me. They're on me, man. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm already in trouble. Oh, no. Can I go off the screen? Can I go off the screen or am I just dead? Oh, they've trapped me. They've trapped me. Uh-oh. Now what? Now what? I'm out of moves. Oh, I had one screwdriver. How do I use the screwdriver? What do I do? Oh, I did it. I used one of them. I used a screwdriver. All right. Look at that. I got him. I guess it just chooses the closest one, right? I've made some mistakes, though. I've made tons of mistakes. There's $5. There's 4 left. Board 1 of 1, and I guess that's just it, right? I guess I can't do anything else. That's the game. All right. Dr. Goo, what's up? Goosiska. The A and the O look so similar in this font. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? That's a good point. Oh, I could teleport? Oh, look at this. Oh, boom. A little bonus for me. Take that. Oh, we got a last stand here, and then cheat teleport. I like that. So it's a T, an L. Look at that. All right, so that's how it does that. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to actually. I forgot that mouse near the top of that did just that. All right. Well, I'm gonna need some more sonic screwdrivers because otherwise, I'm just gonna run around. And do I get more points for just running around? Oh wait, did that Dalek just fall down? Did he turn into pizza? Did that Dalek turn into pizza? Oh, wait, yeah, oh, you make them crash. That's right. I forgot they used to do that. Yeah. Oh, I can't get to it. I was hoping I could collect resources here. All right, so they're kind of, they're just going to push me to the edge here. Don't push me, Dalek. Exterminate. All right, so no sense in doing that. So can I teleport? And is it random? Oh, well, look, it put me pretty close over here. All right. And I'm assuming that I can collect this. Is that a thing? Is that a thing, or is it just an obstacle now? I think it's just an obstacle. All right, there's only one Dalek left. I don't have a sonic screwdriver, and he has nobody he can collide with. So I guess that's... All right, let's see if we can teleport. How many teleports do we get? And is that considered cheating? I mean, there's a cheat teleport. Right, 410 girl? Don't push me. I'm close to the edge. And Houdini 7 says, yeah, do it over the thing. You gotta do the thing. I don't want to do a last stand, right? Here we go. Oh man, okay. How am I gonna get over there? All right, I won't be able to beat him over there, right? All right, so guess I have to teleport again. Does that cost money? Does that cost me score points? All right, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we may be able to get him to collide with this debris because as we all know, Daleks are stupid. Daleks are stupid. Take that, Mr. Dalek. Look at that. We won. All right. So somebody send $5 to the guy. Somebody send the guy $5 for the shareware. Do it. Do it. All right. Let's boot back in here. Let's do Karateka, and then you guys can tell me if it seems like it's running too fast, because I feel like it is definitely running too fast. 410 girl says he needs to send me $5. Axe says, look like a good game to copy on the C64. Yeah, it does. Love me some Dalek, so that's great. All right, so like I said, we're looking at the Apple IIgs on the Mr. FPGA because I have not been able to secure or afford a Apple IIgs on my dream list of computers. This is one of them. I have an Apple IIe. We mostly do 8-bit computers, but we also consider 16-bit systems or other systems that have compatibility with 8-bit games. The Apple IIgs was the end of the line for the Apple II series, which had been up until this point had been 8-bit systems, and now we're in a 16-bit system. But backwards compatibility was one of the main points of the Apple IIgs to support that library, just like we would see other systems like the Commodore 128, which was not a 16-bit system, but it did have multiple processors. And so I consider this to be 8-bit adjacent for sure. I was going to go look at Karateka, which is HIJK. Let's see if Karateka is in here. Jouster, don't know that one. Jaybird, Jawbreaker, Lady Tut. Labyrinth, not what you're thinking. Oh, is there only Kamikaze? Clan Cookout? Clan Cookout with a K? Houdini 7 says $5 sent in 1985 invested in a mutual fund, compounded interest. That's $752.75 today. Daleks is based on Moby Games game Chase. Very good, Captain Kipper. I did not know that. So it's kind of a clone of that sort. Do I want to see what Clan Cookout is? I'm curious, but in a morbid way. Where's that Karateka? I swear I had Karateka on here somewhere. Archive utility system. I could have swore I had it somewhere on here already. Racist burgers is a big old racist burger. EFG, Froggin. Got some tanks. I could have swore there was like a test of Karateka anyway. Helmet to helmet. Jason so smart. Ken Franklin. Kenrick Mock. Lunar Lander. Yeah, classic. Minesweeper. That's the music game. I'm not seeing it here. Nerm the Worm. These are all the open source ones, right? Othello. Anybody good at Othello? Not me. Mega 9X says it was called Robots. I burned some water to find that. That was Bill Gates' skin for it. Burned some AI water, huh? Them AI models are thirsty. It's like, how do you do it? Dadgummit, I had this. Where the crap is it? Is it like buried in one of these other Apple II disc and stuff? I don't think there's anything on those. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I loaded it up at one point in time. Maybe I put it in there. Let me see. Let me close some of these windows. Oh, wait. Disk-based games? Pro DOS hack games. Maybe it's underneath some of these other ones. Disk-based games. Hey, there's Bruce Lee, baby. We played that a couple of times. A couple of 8-bit systems. Before Tango says, used to play that one, Othello. We had a board my brother made. Ooh, nice. Of Othello. Oh, look at this. Pro DOS hack games. What is this? Ah, here we go. Here it is. I knew I saw that somewhere. All right. Oh, Cabby says one of the played on my old Pet 2001. Nice. All right, let's we don't load the loader system up, right? That's how we load this up. Got the loader system. Classic Karateka from the same guy who brought us the Prince of Persia. I'm gonna eat some more of this lemon powder black licorice thing, known as a sherbet fountain. Karateka. Jordan Mechner, Mr. Mechner. High atop a craggy cliff, guarded by an army of fierce warriors, stand the fortress of evil. Warlord Akuma. Deep in the darkest dungeon of the castle, Akuma gloats over his lovely captive, the Princess Mariko. I'm trained in the way of the karate. I'm trained in the way of karate. That music sounds okay. Doesn't sound like it's running too fast. That sounds right. There I go. Okay, that sounded right. Actually, this sounds right. When I ran it last night, it sounded all funky. All right. So, I got to get my little position here. Okay, so this is a 2-button game. And so we can kick, hit. All right. Axel says this is really interesting. Apple in 1986 in UK was too expensive to own, so not that popular, right? Yeah, this is if you've never played Karateka, this is Mechner's game. This is freaking awesome. Of course, you could play it on that. I believe the Commodore 64 had a version as well. But this is how I originally played it. The motion and animation of this game, it's a lot slower, but man, is this so cinematic. I mean, nothing compared. I'm gonna take a couple of hits to the head here. Okay, you want some more? Because I got a whole fistful, man. I got like a whole bag of just. I've been waiting for you to come around so I could give you a couple of hits. Oh, right there to the crotch. Yes, definitely rotoscoped. So I watched some interviews with Mechner about this one and Prince of Persia, and it's just so freaking beautiful. I mean, the pacing of it is kind of odd if you've never done it before, but once you get to the pacing, once you get okay with it, it's pretty freaking gnarly, dude. And look at this. Look, parallax looking scrolling almost, it looks like. And look, you can just walk very slow. If I get out of this pose, all right, now I can run. I can think, how do I get out of the pose? I forget. And there we go. I'm out of the... Dead. He dead. Sir, the dude, he's here. All right, get out of there. Go. That Mount Fuji up there. All right, we're getting closer. You managed to finish it once? All right, here we go. And I love the representation of our health down there is little arrows. It's way cool. All right, here it comes. Eagle attack you. That eagle will eventually come out to attack you. That is a fact. I love the little noises too. Click, click, click. Look at that. And they do learn. He's got some decent AI, so he will learn if I attack too many times up high, he will get it. I love the impacts though. Tim Via, what's up? You had this on DOS? Yeah. Go, go, go. Why can't I go? Why can't I run? Run, dude. Why can't I run? Why won't he run? All right, there we go, I think. All right, too late now. He's back. He's here now. It's too late. Oh, and they keep getting tougher too, by the way. They'll just get faster and tougher and... There we go. Oh, I regained a little health there too. Look at that. There we are. I know there's a way to run, but I don't know why he's not running. I thought you had to like click a up button and then you would get out of that pose and then you could run. But it feels like I'm getting out of the position and then he just falls back into the position. I think it may be the way the controller's set up. I guess I just have to walk. I guess I just have to do a little side thing here and then just walk that way. Walk this way! Excuse me, sir. I've got a princess to save. Yeah, their arrows do get longer. As yours goes down, theirs has more room to go, right? And I think the longer I survive, look at us missing each other. I love it. Oh, right to we got a shared kick there. That was awesome. But I love the colors as well. So good. Feels like such control. Ba-ba-da. Come on, Karateka, let's get in here. Okay, we're getting closer because you know how close you're getting because the cutscenes get shorter, right? In between. Cabkeeper says this was released on the ZX Spectrum in 1990. Wow, really? I'll check out that version. Wonder how that looks. Oh, he's getting wise to what I'm doing now. He's figuring it out. All right. Too many times. I've hit him too many times in the same way. Always push me back. I'm gonna nail him with some of these quick punches right to the face. Ah, there we go. All right. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I'm supposed to be able to stand up here and run, and I think the way the controller is behaving, I think it's like sending a constant down signal or something that's competing with my up. Hey, we didn't even get into the conversation about the 8-bit controllers. We still got to talk about that. What was your favorite 8-bit controller for your system? And which one did you use that crossed over sometimes? Like, it's very common for people to use the Atari 2600 joysticks with the Commodore, because Commodore essentially just made a knockoff of that. And I think they were wired pretty much exactly the same, right? So you could plug it right in there. But Commodore had their own. They got sued for looking too much like Atari's controller. But everybody had one, right? If you had an Atari, why not? Oh, oh. For a second there, it kind of felt like Mortal Kombat when Carl Urban is doing the little swoop abouts with, oh, come on. Ah, right to the face. Captain says I had a Wiko bat and the Epix 500. I couldn't find my Epix 500, but I have the same. The Epix 500 is a great controller, and for me, it's a palm controller, and it's very clicky. It's not really analog. I think it's all digital, right? Axel says the arcade joystick Suzo International single fire button. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, little micro switches, Captain Kipper, on the Epix. Yeah, I love the Epix controller. That, like I said, it was a little palm that you would have. Space Orb. I know it's not 8-bit, but the Space Orb 360 rules my DOS games for a long time. Now I look at it and think, how the heck? Nice. I'll take a look at that one also, a Mega 9. Yeah, I've got some Wiko sticks. I had to take one apart to work on it. You probably remember the bat sticks and stuff. It's interesting how they're managed on the inside. Of course, they were arcade. They were making arcade controllers anyway, right? So why not bring them home? Oh, you had a Saytech joystick for DOS and Windows? Yeah, I love me some Saytech stuff. I didn't really get much. I didn't really get into DOS until probably the 386. So I never really did the XT, the 8088s, and all that stuff. I pretty much went straight to the 386 for that. It was all right. There's my lady. There's my lady. Okay, now we got to get inside and fight. Same fight, just a little harder, right? Good, says Captain Kipper, because CGA sucked for games. It really did. CGA was not great. Tim Vaya says I had a 386 with DOS 5. Loved having the game show DOS games. Yeah. Game show DOS games. Oh, man. Yeah, they're getting a little smarter. I love the designs on these characters too. Fights are getting a little bit harder, right? And eventually my man will send out some eagle damage for me, right? He'll send out the bird. This guy's getting a lot better with his defense. Oh, burp, burp, burp. Axel says, when they released Daily Thompson Decathlon on the C64 in UK, I think we all had to buy a new joystick. It was a joystick breaker. Yeah, I know those. Yeah. Bow, 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 bow. Sir. You heard me. Yeah, Summer Games was the thing. Oh, yeah, block the bird. We got to block the bird. Oh, look, now we get... Did they leave the bodies there before? I don't remember seeing the bodies there before. Oh, here comes the bird. I think I heard the bird. The bird. Bird is the word. Oh, shoot. He's got me in the face. I have a little fight quick damage, and he takes off. Stupid bird. Oh, here he comes again. Oh, he's going to come straight. There you go. Got him. Take that, you stupid bird. That bird used to freak me out. Still does. Tap, tap, tap. Tick, tock, tick, tick. Oh, yeah, the quick shot joysticks. I have one of those around here somewhere. I was looking for it earlier because I was going to show you. I had I started going through and I was like, I need to put all my 8-bit controllers together that would be possible for use. And kind of keep them somewhere. Capkeeper says, by the way, there is no save in this game. That is a fact. You just make it as far as you can and then you die. And then you start over again. There comes the bird. It's going to come in high, low. He's coming up high. Boom. Yeah, take that. I'd be so much faster if I could actually run here because that would probably allow at least a couple of... I like this guy's mask. He's one of my favorites. Cha 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 cha. There we go. A little couple of kicks to the face. By the way, for Film Sack this week, we are watching Masters of the Universe. Pretty excited about it. Haven't seen it yet. I watched the first 30 minutes of it earlier today. I waited for a for the first. I knew the first act was probably going to be about 45 minutes in and completed, and so I watched through the first act, and now I'm going to go back and watch the rest of it tonight and finish my show notes and my thoughts. I don't like breaking them up like that, but it is a close to a 2.5 hour movie, and typically with a 2.5 hour movie, you usually have a really long first act, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, yes, absolutely fun, absolute crap fun. Yeah, I love it. Look at this. Look at, slap, 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 slap. So yeah, who is Carl Urban? Why it's Baraka, right? It's Baraka who he's fighting in the Mortal Kombat. Carl Urban doing the little. I got him, boy. That was close. I wish I could run. Dadgummit. Tango says I watched it. Yeah, don't know why these movies are so long. Tighten it up a bit. Yeah. Oh, I went too late. Oh, he got a good hit on me. He got a good hit on me. Yeah, I mean, I got it. I mean, I don't know if it really needed it, but they took it. They took their time. They even had a. I don't want to spoil nothing, but you know, because it's still a fairly new movie. It just came out. It's on Prime. It's one of those Prime movies. They were usually pretty quick. You're like, hey, we went to the theater, now it's at home on the Prime stuff. Same with Project Hail Mary. This guy's getting tough as you get closer and closer. Oh, yeah. Gonna hear some fast punches. See if I can. Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't know. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's not looking good. Oh, he got a couple of hits in my face. Gotta recover. Oh, he got me. He got me. Dude. Oh, man. The end. Wait, the remake, I thought it was the original. Carl Urban and the Chronicles is Prime. Carl and the Chronicles. I so did, but that's okay. So there we go. We got the Apple II GS Core, one of my favorite games, right? I'm glad it's working right, because it seemed like it was kind of iffy. Just also learned, I guess, Shift F11 is the reboot, worm reboot. Yeah, that was cool. I had to go, got to go get traveling tomorrow. Axel, thank you so much. Be safe. Have fun at the Amiga meetup. Share some video with us. I'm gonna. We need to share that video you sent the other day too. I need to finish watching. I started watching it and I didn't get a chance to finish watching. So Axel always shares with us some videos from these trips. It's always good to see what an exciting scene is over the pond. On this side, there was one just happened. Kentucky Fried Computers. I don't know, it was in Atlanta. I didn't learn about it until this year, a little too late, and I want to go see what that's all about next year. But thank you, Axel, for hanging out. Tint Via says, game over, return of Ganon. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So these are the two systems that I'm interested in picking up. The Apple II GS is one that I want, as well as the Amiga 500. So those are the two systems, 8-bit computers, that I'm constantly on the lookout for a decent price. The Amigas, I saw there was two I saw there was one listed on eBay for two, and it's in Florida, which is not that far from me. But they're untested, and they want about $500 for the lot, which is interesting. But I can get a confirmed working one Amiga 500, which is really all I need, just one, for about $600 or $700. Still pretty high compared to other computers from that time frame, right? But the Amiga 500 is a definite dream computer that I'm looking to get, and the Apple IIgs. So thank you, Axel. Have fun. Be safe. And we'll catch you hopefully when you get back. And maybe have some videos to show us. But until I can get the real hardware for the Apple IIgs, this is a nice compromise using it on the Mr. FPGA. We'll probably explore some of the libraries, and maybe we'll have a request night or something upcoming. Maybe there is an October GS month or something. Captain says, met a guy at my yard sale last week, and he bought a 500 and a 600 for $5 at a yard sale across town. I wanted to kill him. No doubt. Yeah, I don't seem to come across I come across some deals, but nothing that sweet. But yeah, so let's take a look real quick at a few of the let's take a look at a few of these 8-bit controllers I put in a box, right? So these are the few that I had in my hands. I was looking for my IIgs controller. And I know it's around here somewhere. I've got to locate it. But this one we picked up recently. This is one of the Wico controllers, right? And it's an arcade controller. And at first I thought maybe it was broke because I could do this. Because typically your wiring for this top button would be in there and you wouldn't want to turn it. But the way these are designed is more arcade-like. And there is a plunger down in here that just goes straight down to the bottom. You got little triggers there. So this is a Wico controller. This is usually most of the Commodore, most of when I'm talking about 8-bit computers when I typically play, is usually these 9-pin type connectors. I think Atari had that, and of course Commodore, and I believe the Apple. Did the Apple computers also use these? I don't remember. Captain says they made a version you could change the handle. I think there were 3 types. So interesting. And maybe that is part of that. I'm unsure. So one of the things, this would be a 2nd generation Commodore stick that you would see. Now, this one is interesting to me because I have 2 of these and I couldn't locate the other one. This one has some type of burn damage. I've seen this on, on computers and things, and I'm like, what are these? Is it like someone it's too close to a soldering iron or something? Or is it something where in storage where something gets too hot and maybe it melts? But I've seen this happen in several places. This is the one that has a little bit of melting on there. I bought both of them at the same time because it was just as cheap to buy 2 as it was 1. I said, hey, at least I have maybe some parts for the inside or something. Or maybe I can I could 3D print something. But yeah, this is the later triangle looking thing that they had after Commodore got sued for making one look too much like the Atari CX50, 40, CX, I forget the number. It's like CX something, CX40 or something. That's the cable, the plasticizer in the cable melts the plastic. I did not know that. So that makes sense because it does kind of look like the cable. So does the cable get hot and it melts it or something? Or how is that? That's interesting. I did not know that. Interesting. Wire heat damage. My C64 had that. Interesting. I did not know that. So maybe don't store your, it's a chemical reaction. So maybe don't store your controllers with the cables with the rest of your systems. I did not know that. It's a regular old Atari controller, right? Atari 2600 controller. Plugs fine into a Commodore 64. Works just fine. Now, I had this is a Radio Shack, the TRS-80 controller, and they use what is that, like a 4-pin type of DIN cable. So there you go. There's that. It's got I don't know if you can see this, but the stick is one of those. It almost reminds me of the old stereos where you would say I want all the audio to be on the speakers right about here. Captain says don't wrap the cables on the plastic or leave them on it. Interesting. I did not know that. So that's something I'm going to take a look at. Look at all my controllers. Yeah, no spring return. That's right. It just wherever you put it was where it was at. But that was from the Radio Shack. Like I said, different type of little attachment there. Temp Via says the mice accessories back in the 80s had plugins like that. Yeah, big old giant pre PS2. So this is the one that was, I think came with an Apple that I had. Yeah, the Apple IIs that I picked up. This has like some goopy. This has some what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of got like a rust on this thing. I got to look to see how to clean that up. But I've had several of these. This does spring back, right? And it's got controls in the bottom so you can adjust, the tension on that. I always kind of like these. They're kind of classy, right? They're kind of cool. Not centering analog joysticks. Yep, got that. And so I also heard from a lot of you guys that later on, after the Sega Genesis came out, you would use Sega Genesis pads because we had joysticks up to a point, and then we started moving to pads. And so I heard from a lot of you guys that did that, and I can confirm I never used a Sega Genesis pad necessarily, but I did have this Pro Gamer, which is also another one I picked up recently, a programmable joystick, or sorry, gamepad. And I believe this is Sega as well. It's a program pad too. And I had one of these. I remember using this later on with my Commodore 64. So many buttons, but this is more like a SNES type layout. So you got the 4 buttons, kind of SNES color. They had one that was a 3 button as well. But that's just a few of my controllers. Like I said, I have an Epix controller somewhere as well. And if you ever want to share with me the controllers that were your favorite on the 8-bit computers, let me know either on the Discord or on one of my social media channels. Would be glad to hear from ya. From ya. Sticker time. What time is it? It's sticker page. Sticker page. Hey everybody, it's the sticker page. So it wouldn't be 8-Bit Computer Club if we didn't use some chicken lip stickers or some Ready. I love 8-bit. Love all of it. Last week I put the data. No, did I put the data set on there? I don't think maybe I did. I think I put the SID back there. We've also considered going inside as well. Nico is a lot, right? That's what Audra wrote. That's because that's our dog. He is a lot. Mega 9. Yeah, so many 8-bit macros, Captain Kipper. Oh, what was that? Captain Kipper says, I have one of like this. Supports Apple II, IBM, PC Junior, and the Coco. I'll have to take a look at the Space Orb too. It's been a while since I looked at that one. It looks like a Sega pad, but with those big orb on top. And it had 5 or 6 axes of movement. Nice. All right. So it's time for picture page. You know what? I don't think we've asked Omega 9X yet to pick a sticker for sticker page. Now, please don't pick one of the giant stickers because it's too big. Sunbun is here for the thing. It's too big for the thing. But, if you want to, you can, a little Commodore 64 there. If you're up for it, Omega 9X, if you'd like to pick our sticker for this week, got some chicken lips over here. We got a 1541 down there. Yeah, birthday boy. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Birthday's coming up. It's time to celebrate with some stickers. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this in our sticker book somewhere. The little C64 from the back. Was that on this side over here? Is that the side I'm looking at? So are you talking about the chicken lips on this side? Maybe is this the one you're referring to? From the back, yeah, on the top left. Okay, so okay. Oh, the little C64. Okay, so this guy right here, this one, not the chicken lips, but the actual computer itself. Yeah, the top left. All right, yeah, let's do it. Happy birthday to Omega 9X. One more day, many revolutions around the sun. And we're going to put it right over this they'll never be able to scan it again. Look at there. Happy birthday to Omega 9X. Yeah, still one more day, but still get in there early. Don't say we never gave you nothing. Sticker page, Sid 60. Was it 60? Is that your favorite? Everybody's favorite Sid? Is it 6581? I think there's some competing stickers here. They're like, hey, you know what? Maybe like the 8580. Maybe that's your favorite. There's not more stickers inside, are there? No, that's just the backing. Okay. I about got excited. All right. Birthday Revision 4 says Captain Kipper. The 6581. Everybody knows that. Everybody be knowing that. All right, we got about 5 more minutes that I got to get on to the Masters Universe. I got to finish that up tonight. But don't forget, while we're hanging out, we're not going anywhere just yet. Cool your jets. Cool your jets. Don't go nowhere just yet. All the cool kids know that. Everybody knows that. Make sure that you're following my good friend Tonda Gasa if you're not already, and of course you probably are. Why is it not letting me? Oh, you know what? No, it's still alive. What is it? Why is it not letting me type? Why is it? Why am I not typing on the right keyboard? Maybe. Okay, this is fascinating. So what happened here with my keyboard? Is it on? Did I accidentally hit the wrong thing? Maybe. I can't type. And that's not good. In fact, that is kind of bad. So let's turn it off and try turning it back on again. Picture page, sticker page. Got my Royal Clutch booting up. Got it booting up. Still no typey. What? Okay, let's make sure it's the right thing. Bluetooth. 2.4 gigahertz. There it is. It switched over to my Bluetooth for some reason. Omega 9X says, having 3 drinks helps with the hype. Yeah, baby. Omega 9X, I got Spider-Man in about an hour. Super stoked to see it in theaters. Me too. So can't wait. I still haven't seen it yet. Makes me sad. Makes me super sad. I've been too busy. So we're gonna play we're gonna fire up the Hobbit one more time, possibly. But let's see, what do we have? We got through the sticker page, we got through our controllers, we did our demo stuff. That was one of the things I was wanting to do tonight for the 8-Bit Computer Club. I can't recall. What did I forget? Oh, I was doing a shout out to Tonda Gasa. That's what I was doing. I was giving a shout out to Tonda Gasa until I forgot. Miss Tonda a lot. Tonda Gasa, good friend of mine. We've got to see each other probably more this year than in past years, so that is amazing. Still love hanging out with Tonda. Tonda's going to be starting our stream, I believe, at noon tomorrow. Is that correct? Back at it. It's been a little bit. Absolutely. Tonda had a little break, a little hiatus, and is back at it, hitting it strong. Are you doing the Amiga August as well, Tonda, or are you doing something? So, yep, it is noontime in the EDT. Gotta do it. Gotta eat. Yep. I'm going to try to come by and stop in if I can. I usually do. But let's roll back over to our Hobbit, and we will wrap this thing up with a little bit more Hobbit play. Thank you before Tank Girl for sending us this Hobbit to play. And I've got the wrong device. I've got to mark these again. I used to have them marked. Tana says maybe a little Amiga variety this coming week for Amiga August. So one of the things I did do is I do not have. I know has Amiga 500 Real, but I did pick up a couple years ago the Amiga A500 Mini. The A500 Mini comes with a few games there to check out on the Amiga A500. And I think you can launch. I think you can load it. You can put Kickstart on here and put the Workbench and get into all of that. And actually, that's what this mouse goes to, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll probably take a little bit a look this month as we move through Amiga August on the 8-Bit Computer Club. So tune in next week for us to take a deeper dive into the Amiga series. So yeah, we'll try to still keep it 8-bit, but we're gonna give some Amiga love. Amiga love. Me so Amiga lover. Ooh, I do know what I wanted to do. I know I knew there was one more thing that I didn't put on the docket, but was something that I wanted to do, and that we need to get back to at least taking a peek and a a little look through on some of our magazines. Now, I want to mention somebody while we're doing this. Each week, Phase 1 of 1 does. Let's see if it will let me actually bring up Phase 1 of 1. Does a look. Okay, I think that's right. Does a look. It's Mario. He's Italian, and I loved watching their stream the other day. And he takes a look at the different magazines and kind of goes through them. Now, I think he mostly does it through digital stuff. I don't know if he has the originals, but I have a lot of original magazines. And I love doing this. So this is Adventure's Guide to Role-Playing Games. So I was curious in this particular episode issue. I used to have mostly the Computes Gazette. But the Commodore magazine, I believe, was more specific towards gaming, computer care on a budget. And I was curious when I was flipping through these, it's like, oh, Adventure's Guide to Role-Playing Games. I wonder if The Hobbit is in here. I don't know. I haven't looked. I grabbed it. But, oh, look here. We already got some Pirates, which is one I want to play on the Apple II GS before too much longer. I got to get a copy of that. Yeah, so let's take a look through this one. Like I said, I was more of a Computes Gazette guy, and I got some type-in programs in this one as well. Use the brains your Commodore wasn't born with. Nice. Oh, it's going to ship Federal Express. Look at that, Commodore 128, only $249. This is in 1987, right? Commodore 64C, $159. I see a couple of printers as well. Oh, yeah, that's right, GraphTark. The Portal came out for the Commodore 64. I did see something about that. Mouse Cleaner 360, new clip art disc. Look at that. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. All right, Skyrunner, Math Blaster, Micro Detective. So this is all news about these different software and programs. Some SSI stuff. Realms of Darkness. All right. Reader response card. And we'll get more into these. I'll probably start taking a look beforehand. Oh, look at this. Amiga public domain software. Okay, that's interesting. Might have to peek through that as well. Look at that. Update Amiga Z-Plot. Okay. Yeah, got some good stuff in here. Like I said, I've never looked at any of the Commodore magazine, the Jupiter Jump. So I'll take a little deeper look next time, and we'll kind of go through this. Not as many ads as in the Computes Gazette. This is more of a premium magazine. Zoids, Ogre. Oh, look at this. Oh, so if you still think Commodores are toys, play around with these. Take that. Yeah, okay. Periscope, big thing. Looks like Beachhead to me. Looks like Beachhead and me. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good shape. It's pretty good shape. Came in a bundle of other magazines. SSI did all the good Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, says Captain Kipper. 128. We'll definitely get back to our Commodore 128 as well, because we need to get back into some programming, and that's going to be the way to do that. All right. Let's take a look here. We're going to flip this disc back over so we can load back up The Hobbit. Time to load up The Hobbits. Load. Comma 8, comma 1. Oh, that's too many commas. That's an uncommon amount of commas. Commas? Mm-hmm. Picture page. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, hello. Chameleon. You come and go before Tag Girl. Thank you so much. we're about to head out ourselves. We're about to raid in on Atari Beer Pong. We haven't raided in on it a couple of times. Atari Beer Pong uses real hardware. Looks like I see an N64 down there. Viewer request, Atari, Sega, Nintendo, and DOS games. Hardware retro. But I'm going to leave you with this thought. It is time to play some Hobbit when we return next week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Smaug. We'll get some more Hobbit time in, as well as some more magazine stickers and all the 8-bit stuff. So tune in then, and I will see you guys. Have a good weekend. 8-Bit Computer Club forever. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll on out. Thank you so much. Hello, friend. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Night before take, girl. Night, Captain Kipper. Night, everybody. It was fun. Let's do it again. Digital Hype. Thank you so much. Smaug. Dadgummit Smaug. Stop licking my face.